When are we
This is
starting?
James.
5 minutes?
Itemization.
And we are live, everyone. Welcome. Let's begin. The crystal has cracked. That symbol of imperial power, which rose atop Vergent's spire, has shattered into a rain of emerald dust that fell across the city center. With this occurrence comes fear, always as the crystal stood as a last trusted defense of the capital of Cadlia. With that defense gone, citizens now contemplate fleeing Vergent City, for good or for ill. For you, defenders and wanderers, now is a time to choose how you fit in. Will you prepare to defend the city as the dreaded Axaris army comes? Will you resolve your personal ties here and depart? You contemplate this on an occasion of merriment. You have all been invited to the city opera house for a duet performance between Harmonious Quicksilver, Shael's mother, and Gwaihir Valandrisel, a bard of old.
Oh boy.
As final rehearsals are completed and families are reunited, we come to you, Rose Tranmere, to whom comes a strange visitor. You are in the Gentle Plenty, one of the most popular taverns of Vergent City. Here, lodging has been secured for you and your friends, as Shael was all too eager to depart her home after the discoveries that you all made. So, at this time, I would ask, as an establishing fact, besides waking up for a fresh morning, what would Rose and Shael be doing? What's our status quo? What's our starting point? Other than getting ready to go to the opera.
This may sound like a weird question, Rosie, but just hear me out. Where you come from? Is it nice there? And do you have other siblings? And do you think, if not, maybe your family would want to adopt a 15-year-old girl whose skills include cleaning headstones in a cemetery and taking care of her reanimated zombie dog?
Rose is immediately like, how do you wake up like this every morning with... Okay, one, no, only child. Secondly, I haven't thought about, they're refugees from an entire... we just did this, like, 20... Rose now immediately has a headache, and it's like 7 a.m, and I don't know where Shelly gets any of this energy, nervous or otherwise.
Have you ever thought that maybe you would like to have a younger sister adopted, but a younger sister, that would be me. I'm thinking when you return home to wherever it is you came from, maybe I would go with you and stay there permanently and never come back here ever again. If Bibi could come with me, of course.
Rose is actually going to have to ask a history question. Does Rose happen to know the laws of emancipation for the Virgin Empire?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Do they exist?
The 15-year-old's not really worried about laws right now.
Let's Rose. God, that's emancipation. I mean, yeah, I can get you, papers into the alliance. That wouldn't be difficult, I don't think. I know people. How much does Shelly know about the crystal, breaking? Can someone fill me in? I feel like I missed that session.
He was standing right there when it started to break.
It went boom instead of zoom and protect.
How often does that happen?
Never.
Never.
This is like apocalyptic.
Oh, okay.
It's about as
Oh, I
bad
thought
as
we
it
were.
gets.
We thought we were already borderline at that point with the army breaking through that first wall. Okay.
So in short, what occurred and Rose has been able to hear is that this crystal which rose atop Virgin Spire in times before, which is designated here on the map, was empowered, as it historically has been, to create a shield of emerald energy to protect the city from invaders. As that shield was generating and almost at its full width, the crystal overloaded and burst, and is now destroyed. Does that answer your query, Jake?
Things
Cool.
happen.
I'll go with that. So there's, I know Shelly does not want to hear this at such an early time in the morning when she clearly needs another nap. We're gonna need her dad's army at some point, aren't we? Or her grandfather's army. We're gonna need that. So why don't I mean, as I'm trying to like calm Shelly down, it's like, well, let's just figure out what's going on, like literally just today, and we'll worry about all that other stuff later.
That's fine. I understand. I'm springing this on you very suddenly. I just thought I would mention it, and maybe if you thought about it and got used to the idea of having an adopted younger sister, when the time comes, I could leave here with you and go to wherever it is you're from and stay there permanently and never come back. But yes, I suppose there are more important things going on right now than my living arrangements.
Well, yeah, we might have to worry about, like, everyone's living arrangements.
And so as this conversation continues and will conclude in some time, we shift our perspective to that of Natas. Natas, who has been given rest in Lucy, the human warlock whom you met recently's lair after the battle which you had beneath the manor. You are united with your two brothers. You find yourself sat around this table planning your approach, which will be led by Caspian, who will say, "All right, this time, little brother," he says, looking at Tacitus, "you can't get caught. Is that understood?" Tacitus says, You know I didn't mean to." He says, "That's right. It wasn't your intention, which means we need a new strategy. Poking around Virgin Spire is the best we've been able to do. But now, Natas, we have a new angle. Now we have you. Before, two of us, we explored the Virgin Spire for seeking of an entry. We know that our father has been living within. He rarely leaves the spire. And when he does, he is in public place and with good guard. Now, I will explore alone the spire for an entrance. You, Tacitus, you will explore the underworld. You will look for secret ways into that spire. But Natas, you have some amount of favor, of good reputation here. Continue with what you are doing. See if you can find an angle on our father. Does that sound amenable to you?
It does. Good hunting, everybody.
Good hunting, he'll say. Tacitus will say, "Good hunting." And with that, Caspian rises with haste and rushes out space. Tacitus will turn and look to Unitas and say, "He's, well, as you can see, quite full of vengeance. Do you share it to the same degree?
Yes, but differently. I want to make sure this gets done.
He nods.
And I don't want to just go screaming into the night.
Right.
Which it seems like Caspian is not in control of in the slightest.
He is rage. I will do as he suggests. His plan is, I believe, sound. I would wish for you caution and care in your pursuit of our mutual goal. The last thing I want is to lose either of you to this quest for vengeance. He'll
You
stand.
don't want to do this. You don't have to.
Why
We
else?
bear the same weight, but that doesn't mean you have to help us with this.
Why else do you think I'm so satisfied with this new plan? It keeps me in the least direct route to Father. The highest chance to step away from conflict if it arises and I don't want to be part of it.
Well, just be safe.
And you, brother. You have as well received an invitation to join this performance at the Opera House, to which you may wish to go to meet up with your other allies, friends, however you wish to term them. Wait, here's performing. Gotta support.
I think Natas is just gonna be like looking at the pamphlet, like, who the fuck are these people? Is that Quay here? I've never seen it spelled out before. Gua, yeah, wow. I guess I'll go. Be supportive.
So then, as Natas, you stand up from this space, we go to Gui here, who is in the midst of preparations for the show. Stage is close. The audience ready, excited, filling. And so Harmonious, your partner in show, will say, all right, I'll have my whole act going on, and then I'll pass the solo to you here and there. Just like we planned.
Are you sure? Yeah, about that. Are you sure this is the best time to be putting on an opera? Like, aren't there like preparations for the city being besieged to be made? People to evacuate? I'm surprised this thing's still happening.
Look, if they want to shut us down, they will, but they haven't.
So you're just in it to be in it. Like, you're not interesting.
Look, all that my husband, my father-in-law do, that's not me. That's not my life. I kind of don't want a part of it a lot of the time. And look, some of the nobles of the city come here, and it's, I imagine, something good to clear their heads with while all this stress and strain is on them of the coming conflict.
Can I,
It's the least we can give them, no?
I want to, out of character, like, I still see this woman, because she's a powerful nobleman, as inherently, like, someone who's political.
Sure.
Can I maybe use, like, insight or something to try and figure out, like, if she's talking out of her ass, or if she's just
Sure.
ignorant of, like, how much power she wields?
Roll it.
Ah, shit. That's a bad roll.
The ignorant.
The best I can give you is your own interpretations, as they may be.
Alright, I'm gonna... She's so politically wily, I can't really detect her intention. I don't trust her. Well, you know what? I guess at the very least, if all these people are gonna die soon, they might as well have a nice night before.
Yeah.
Uh,
Look at it that way.
Sure. Why not? Let's do this. This should be good.
All right. So you prepare to step out. But at this time, we go to now those who are arriving outside the Opera House, which is immediately Shael and Rose. You, I imagine, are continuing, perhaps concluding the conversation which you were carrying before you came to here. Before too long, you'll see Natas jogging to catch up with you. But before he arrives, there are several things you notice. First of all, Shael's father, Benevolence Deathbinder Jr., is standing and looking out towards the street, tapping his foot a bit until he sees Shael and just gives a wave and a beckon. You also recognize the
Thank you,
woman
Ben.
who ran a merchant cart in Port Thoris when you were there first.
Oh, God damn it, this lady.
The one who wished for trade of epicrium, or stimonium, as it was more commonly termed. So, with them sighted, Natas arrives on scene, as does a blonde-haired elven woman whom two of you, Rose and Shael, don't recognize. And Natas, you don't recognize them, but you know when you see someone and you're like, I swear I know that person. No, I don't. Nonetheless, she's walking in step with you, sort of looking around a little bit lost, peering. How much you greet one another, and Natas carry you to fill the other two in on your activities last night.
Quick question. Is Natas still walking around shirtless and he's about to enter the opera house of the, like, is Natas still shirtless or does he need to buy a shirt, like, at a vendor somewhere?
So Natas
like-
he is shirtless, but
like-
what is clothed is regal infernal
It's
cloth
high fashion.
with
There's concert T-shirts out there somewhere. I guarantee there's some vendor out on the street selling concert T-shirts.
with, I would just like to say, with gold embroidering. All right. And my background makes people kind of just awe at me. So leave me alone. All right.
You're
It's
wearing
like,
like a
oh, he's
cloak?
not from. He's a foreigner. Look at him.
Are you wearing like
Foreign.
a cloak?
The
is,
little
like-
clothing he's wearing is very regal. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just
Yeah.
picturing like a professional wrestler with like
Just-
a really fantastic outfit.
It's like
All right, that's a very good actually interpretation.
yeah. It's like he's wearing a very ornate mage's gown, but just only the bottom half of it.
All right. Okay.
No, but look where he's from. All right, it's fucking hot.
No, I get it.
So do you want to tell the others what you did last night, Natas?
Yeah, I'll catch up to them. You know, like probably still have a couple of like weird rashes from getting blasted with harms, but yeah.
I'm sorry. Was this the day that Rose missed this one,
Rose was not
or
present,
is
that's
this
for
one
sure.
that I missed? Okay.
Yeah, we
But I've met Natas before.
Yes. Natas
Yeah,
was part of the battle for the valley. You've crossed paths with Natas a few times.
Okay.
found another one of those culto orcus in the in the city. It was a pretty banging party until everyone started stabbing each other in the chest, but yeah, it turns out actually I'm gonna start handing out all those notes that we found that were like kind of creepy. And just to inform Gwei here
But here's not
and
here.
friends. Well, I believe there was a reference to other people who are here, right?
Yes.
In the notes for people to kill.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Those were Natas. Those are the notes that Shael gave you after the cultist attack that Shael Gray here and
Oh,
others.
right.
fought off.
Oh, right. The note that she found that had a mini hit list, and she was almost offended she wasn't on it.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you guys have a copy of it? Interesting.
So that's
But they're all dead. You know, we killed them.
Hmm.
Garrett, bad guy from the valley that we imprisoned not too long ago, and I wanted to kill him, and everyone told me not to. Turns out he was a bad guy, but we killed him, so it's all good.
Wait, Commander
Garrett.
Captain Dude was a bad guy?
Yeah. Who would have
I'm
thought?
shocked.
Me.
Who'da
Shocked,
thunk
I
it?
say.
Who'da thunk it?
Listen, well, I mean, Captain Scout Lady also probably should have died, but, you know, we have to be nice occasionally.
But yeah, that was my night.
As
Um,
you're having this
Sounds like that was
conversation,
productive.
this elven woman kind of leans in a little bit and says, "Hi, sorry, I'm eavesdropping a little bit. I couldn't help myself. Did you mention that there's something about a cult?"
No. Stranger. That I feel like I met before.
Right? Yeah. Just, no, you were just talking about a cult, and I'm curious.
We're talking about a club.
Yeah, club, cult, those are
Alright.
words for one another.
Club for orphans.
No, you said
Is this-
cult of Orcus, not club for orphans. Anyway, I'm just, I sort of look into stuff like this, just make sure it's not going awry. Is it all handled?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
under wraps.
Anyway, are you all going to the opera? I'm kind of
Yeah.
short on friends here, so I thought I might make a couple cult investigators. I'm just going to see my mom perform. You know Gwei here? No Gwei here?
Oh, wait. Shia will actually give this woman her full attention and like curtsy and like reach out to shake her hand. I'm sorry, forgive my rudeness. Your mother and my mother are going to perform together. Actually, so both of our mothers will be performing today. It is very nice to meet you. My name is Shael, and I have heard much about you. Your mother speaks about you quite often.
Oh, that's fabulous. Quite nice to meet you. My name's Ira. And you are Shael, and
Yes.
that's Natas, and then you are, turning to you, your character, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose Tranmere. I don't live around here, and I've somehow wandered into a VIP box, and I am just absolutely thrilled for whatever festivities are about to befall us.
Tranmere, that's like Lysander Tranmere of the Heroes of the Realm?
Yeah, maybe.
Cool. I was just over there. I was at the Realm. I was in Deepwater. My father died there a couple decades ago, and so I was just sort of helping refurbish one of the shrines to the fallen.
Would Rose happen to put two and two together and figure out what family this kid belongs to?
Other than that, this is related to Gwei here, Ben's character present. You don't otherwise have any information. Many people died 2 decades ago in Deepwater when the Apocalypse Dragon was born.
It fucking exploded. Let's be very clear as to what happened.
All our other
Don't
characters also were included in those people dying too.
Yeah.
Has died multiple times, if y'all remember.
Yeah, it's me.
I
To be
think
honest, though, those guys had it coming.
So
Supposed to be an
we
opera
never
going?
we never actually figured out how many times my characters actually died because there was Kelvin timeline shenanigans, and people keep asking me. It's like, wait, how many times did that character die? I'm like, I'm not 100% sure anymore.
Ira will say, all right, well, let's get in line before it gets too busy. We'll make her way towards the long line leading into the opera house to fill up for the performance.
Are
Natasha's
we?
closing argument is just, I need soul-crushing
But like
dirt
we have,
on Guahir.
Rose is actually like mildly disappointed and might actually say this like mostly tongue in cheek to Shael and the middle spellbinder. It's like, wait, we have to wait in line. There's no VIP entrance. I thought like we're like family
was
of
about
the people performing.
I was about to ask if we have our own thing so that Shael could have asked Gray Hair's daughter to sit with us.
There is a 3-seat private box that you all have access to. So
well,
I see Shael's not joining the group immediately, so Papa Deathbinder's gonna start making his way over.
yeah, no. Seeing him, she would have grabbed like a no pun intended, a death grip on Rosie's like shirt or something, and realized that she couldn't go invisible right then because her father had already noticed her. But she just would make a very quick detour, just to acknowledge the lady here. Hello, miss. I don't know if you remember me. We met in that other nice little town.
Of
And
course
I was
I
going
do. Was it Shelley?
to.
I never forget a face.
Yes. Shelley works just fine. It's nice to see you, and perhaps maybe later I will buy something from you. Since I didn't get the chance to the last time we met.
Don't forget, everything I sell is an illusion unless it's made of a picrium.
I do remember that. I don't have any of that to offer you.
I hear some paladins arrived recently with 2 cartfuls. Perhaps you could inquire with them. Paladins of Stamos?
I'm sure you're right. I haven't seen our friend Dirk in a little while. But if I do, maybe I could ask them to come and say hello to you also. But otherwise, that I don't think I can help you with that. But it was nice to see you again.
Will say Benevolent Jr. saying, I'm sorry, but I've been looking for my daughter. She seems to be looking around curiously. We don't actually have the funds for anything at your stand, so apologies. And he takes you by the shoulders and starts to turn you around to go towards the opera house.
As he does, she's gonna say a little too loudly, so that Rose hears it and the lady hears it. Sorry to keep you waiting, Papa. This nice lady, I met her actually in a town called Port Thoris. Have you ever visited that town? If so, recently, have you happened to have visited that town?
Come on,
Where
Shael.
this nice lady is from.
No, I haven't been there in a while. Come on.
Has Grampy been to Port Thoris recently that you know of?
Shael, let's get our seats. We can talk about this later. Come on, he says.
Yes, of course. We should get inside before the performance starts. And she'll just give the lady like just kind of like a little wave, and just kind of like dejectedly just follow along, because again she can't go invisible. It's too late for that.
And as you're moving along, he will usher you right past the front of the line and say, Shael, did you want to bring one of your friends into our box?
Actually, I'd like to bring several, but I guess there's not room for everyone.
Unless they want to stand.
Rosie, would you like to come sit with us? And also Gray Hair's daughter, who I just met, and also my friend Natas. Would you like to join us? There aren't enough seats, but you could still be in the same little section with us to enjoy the show. And she gives them all a pleading look.
Oh.
Like the biggest puppy dog eyes you have ever seen on a child. Like, please, 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 please. Like, please, 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 come join us. So I'm not by myself.
Ira says, "It's okay, I'll just sit in the crowd." How about you others?
I'm gonna go with her.
Who's her?
Rose.
Ira, okay.
Yeah, stick with the daughter.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
they're a
I
gray
was gonna say,
hair.
I'm like, I kind of sort of look at. I'm willing to sacrifice the NPC here. I'm like, if you want to sit, it's the VIP box. It's your family, man. If you want to sit in the box, I don't.
No, I like to get
Rose
the
very much
perspective of
does
the
not
common
wanna-
person.
Okay, great. Rose is absolutely against sitting in the VIP box, but considering she just got the feeling back in her arm from Shelly grabbing it, Rose will go off that way with them. Be like, okay,
Literal
fine, this is a
death grip
terrible
on
idea.
your arm.
And
I'm
so,
like, this,
as
like eventually, this sister relationship that's like you want desperately is going to come back to bite you so hard, Shelly. You don't know.
As you are moving forward, just before you enter the opera house, one last complication introduces itself as you hear the rolling of cartwheels and a clop, clop, clop. As rolling up towards the line is what appears to be a donkey dragging a cart full of hay that, as it approaches, gives a soft and rather humanoid sounding ee-aw, ee-aw, which is a voice that Shael and Rose, you will certainly recognize as Salani Basalan.
Gway here, we're here.
Oh,
Where's Gway
God.
here? Where's Gway here? We need her.
And the cart rolls up right next to you, Rose, and then you hear a whisper says, "Hey, I want to come see the show too."
And Rose is like, do I actually have the message spell? No,
Do you?
I don't have the cantrip. No, I don't think I have the cantrip version.
Shael cannot disguise person, cannot disguise self. She cannot help with this. She can't help with this. We've only ever seen her as a donkey and a spider lady. I don't know what more she could do for herself.
She should be like disguised as like a pretentious nobleman being carried around on like a litter by a bunch of servants.
Let's see how long this lasts.
I just know that I can't help with this.
All right. Well, let's see if someone can.
I have just a
wait.
spell up my sleeve.
Wait a minute. I can cast invisibility on her.
Yeah.
Shael could cast invisibility on our spider friend.
Yeah. You want to do that then?
If nobody else has a thing.
She would still have to maneuver in.
Yes, but at least
doesn't
she'd be
have-
doing it invisibly.
I
I'm
see how
saying
much you
if
love
all
this,
else
Rose.
fails. If all else fails,
Bro,
Shael
dude.
can make her invisible.
I don't want to say not because I actually have an actual like sleep deprivation migraine because it's the middle of my off day and that's normal. Somehow it's gotten worse and I've only in theory in character been awake for like an hour. I don't understand how this happens literally every time I wake up. Holy crap.
Does Natas have a trick to help our donkey spider friend? If not, the 15-year-old will make her invisible.
Yes, it's called leave. It works 100% of the time when executed at the right time.
Yeah, this is already the worst idea. This might be the worst
Expeditions
idea of the
retreat?
entire campaign. Might be the worst idea of the entire campaign. Right here. This is it.
All
Like
right.
literally the look of death that Rose is giving both of these two right now. She's like, really? Are you two shitting me right now? I swear to God.
The donkey has big puppy dog eyes.
What are the
no,
chances?
I'm like, listen.
Yeah,
listen.
Ben.
What are the chances I could
deal with
just
her.
I could be around right now? Like I could be getting a breather because I'm overwhelmed by all this and I'm just stepping outside for a second.
You'll be here not long. But what I would say is that let's re-roll a perception check for Ira gifted by the guiding influence of Gwahir. And Gwahir, roll me a bardic inspiration die for this.
That's weird.
Cool. Ira's ears perk up, and she kind of bends her head around and then says, Do you need help getting someone into somewhere? Because I can help with that.
I just kind of sort of look over at Shelly, and I just go, "This one is all you, kid. This is a terrible idea."
Boop 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 boop. She will whisper, as much as possible. This isn't really a donkey. This is a good friend of ours. And she would like to see the show also. But she isn't actually a donkey. She's actually much bigger than that. And if the crowd
what if I turned her into a dog?
That would be nice, because if the crowd saw her true form, I believe there would be what the adults would call
she speaks an incantation,
an effing riot,
acting before full conversation has occurred, and within moments, suddenly that donkey is gone, and there stands a dog that looks
Why
around.
would they let a dog into an opera house?
It's performing later. You don't know what kind of shows we put on in the city.
She shrugs, and the dog happily follows along, right next to Papa Deathbinder, that gives a look and goes, "Shael, is this another one of your strays?"
For the next little while, Papa. Yes, it is. For a little while, until this puppy decides to go back to its home.
You're not a stray. You just stole a dog.
All right, so we have entered the opera
I'm just
house.
hoping that nobody just saw the donkey turn into the dog, and not like we're waiting in a busy.
Don't ask questions.
Or anything. I don't ask. I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. This is already a terrible idea. Why would I have envisioned to make it worse?
That was less conspicuous than Shiloh just touching the donkey and the donkey disappearing. Like she vanished somewhere.
Ben is correct. This is an emotional support war mastiff. This is exactly what this is.
And
not to be confused with the emotional support war crocodile that someone tried to bring into like a World Series game or something like 3 weeks ago.
Of course they did. Shael's father steps up to the ticket master and presents his preset tickets and says, "All right, go on, right on up. You know the way." He'll say, "This way," leading along, the dog following faithfully.
Yeah, I was like trying to think of like what to call the dog, and the dog's like already going. Like, my God.
Hero will step up and say, 2 tickets, please. Natas following along. They're gonna say, "All right, it's gonna be 14 gold per ticket." She says, "Oh, all right. Wow, I didn't know how expensive it was. Okay. And she'll produce the money and then turn to Unitas.
Go down 14 gold.
Okay. The doors roll open and 2 figures of probably somewhat familiarity to you, Natas, enter behind. You see Vizierina and Gervin Hamrock, who have entered the space and make their way to the ticket booth here. Ina will kind of give a wave and a nod in your direction, Natas, as you are completing your purchase. And as Ira begins to make her way towards the crowd section, and you start to walk past, Ina will say, "Hey, Natas, was it?
Close enough. What's up?"
How did everything go last night? I haven't heard from you yet."
"Oh, yeah. Swimming success."
"Oh, that's fabulous. Okay. You'll need to tell me more later. I'm going to need to inform the council, the general, the empress that would you call the cult destroyed?"
At least that section of it. I mean, we took a pretty good chunk of it out, and then he's just gonna kind of sift through his stuff, and I think because Natas would have taken something from Garrett. like his classic little trophies.
Uh-huh.
I think it's like that pendant with the green rope on it. It's like, I'm keeping the rope, but you can take the pendant. It's just covered in blood.
Just say, oh, well, speak of the devil, you can tell him yourself.
Tell who?
As you see an armored man and a young girl step through the doors of the opera house. Says, Natas, this is Marcus Casgrove. He's the general of the Virgin Army. A gruff man steps forward to you, Natas, and reaches out a hand. Says, pleased to meet you. What do I do the pleasure?
Natas will look at him in awe for just a second. Compose himself. Be like, their name is Natas.
Pleasure. What service do you do our empire?
Directly, not exactly the Empire. I'm currently from the Valley, not too far to the south. I'm assuming you probably heard about it.
I did indeed. Grim tidings. But seems hopefully a desirable outcome. We'll say, there's more. I have to fill you in on that soon, General. Matter Garrett. Traitor. Say. Seems there's a lot I have to be informed of. And the young girl will say, Dad, are we gonna go in now? And pull his hand. Say, oh, yes, sorry. Busy with work, as always. Come, Gillian. And they'll get their tickets. Ira will say, are we gonna go get seats? To Natas.
I need to go. Something came up. I'll be back.
Where are you?
He just leaves.
Okay. All right. He's leaving then. Okie dokie. So as it is. In that case, the rest will take seats amongst the opera house. And that will be here.
Am I remembering correctly that that's actually Natas's father?
You may be.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's me asking. The 15-year-old
I think the only
wouldn't
person
know.
who remembered Natas's name, like actual last name, or was even there when it was said, was Gray Hair. I think the only person that knows is Gray Hair.
Yeah,
That's here, at
no,
least.
the 15-year-old has no clue, and she wasn't even there anyhow. This is me trying to remember from one of our sessions where I think Ben put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, the show is assembled. The doors to the exterior will close, and the lights will properly dim, so as to prepare you all for the performance ahead. In the box on the upper left-hand side is the Deathbinder crew. The Casgrove crew and friend are on the right. And now does the orchestra begin to play, assisted by some, shall we say, more modern instruments of the time. As the sound of excitement might flow through this arena. Stepping out onto the stage, Harmonious Quicksilver elicits booming applause, and as she snaps her fingers, fireworks fill the stage. Decorations fill the background, and she begins to sing of raucous young tunes, exciting journeys, and ventures. There is great excitement amongst especially the young of the crowd, any children which have attended. And this performance will continue through song. And Gwei here, my question to you is, how would you like to join this performance? What sort of influence would you like to have on it?
This is very flashy,
Oh, yes.
very upbeat.
Oh, yes.
Oh
Her
man.
mother's not subtle. Her mother is not a subtle performer.
I want to come out and like bring the energy like way down, but not that way. You know,
Perfect.
just like everything gets quiet, and then I come out, and I'm just doing this kind of like ethereal, haunty type thing.
Perfect.
That just is in complete contrast to what she's doing. And then when she's done,
Yes.
it comes back together, and then you see how the two styles actually just like match perfectly, and it sounds even better.
Beautiful.
Aw.
And so, to generally instrument that, we will present something more ambient. And
Shia will let the puppy sit in her lap so the puppy can get a better look at the stage.
excellent. To the extent of this performance, it will continue. The crowd is overtly pleased. Should these performance checks go well, let's roll them.
Oh no!
Roll at advantage as you are aiding one another.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Are you giving each other bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself bardic.
At a
31 plus
D10.
bardic inspiration. I rolled a fucking 41, bitch.
God damn it.
That's like not even a legit number at this point. Come on now.
18 plus 13 plus 10.
That's ridiculous.
Fabulous. All right. So,
Oh my god.
while this performance goes on, Shia has taken the dog on her lap. And I did mention, though I did find myself distracted, that Jake, Rose might be met by a mysterious visitor. Allow me now to introduce you to them.
Oh boy.
As the performance is ongoing, you feel soft pressure on your left shoulder, and you hear almost like the sound of a small bird landing. And then a small face that looks directly into your face from your shoulder arrives. It says, "Hi." Hello.
Rose is like moderately started. Can I help? Can I help you?
You can help you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Vicky. You're Rose. I know you. I'm a messenger. I'm a helper. You know, Venus has always had her eyes on you and knows how good of things you can do for the world.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
I'm just here to steer you on the right way, right? I see a lot of opportunity around. You've got a lot of connections here on Cadlia. You got a lot of options, opportunities to be a matchmaker. How do you say to that?
Trying to contain my excitement and the ever-growing nosebleed that I assume is occurring somewhere inside of me. Now might not be the best time for this. I appreciate
That's a perfect time. Nobody's paying attention. We can have a
whatever
perfectly
it
private
is
conversation.
we're trying to- are we like looking? I'm looking around, like not nervously, but just like
She's basically
I'm assuming
talking
of all
in
the
your
people-
ear while everyone else is having their ears
Yeah.
drowned out by the show. So what do you
and
think? What do you
she
say?
Probably recognize. I would like to do a quick insight check, mostly
Sure.
to figure out how many two questions. One, how many people are not, that might be action perception. How many people are not actively paying attention to this show besides me? Because that would concern me. And then what exactly this little creature is actually trying to do.
Fairy, it seems, perhaps.
Okay, so sure, yeah, whatever.
Insight. All right, well, it seems that most people are focused on the show. The show is quite astonishing, and you yourself were focused on the show until you were distracted. And as for her,
I
and her
debate that
attentions,
strongly.
roll me a religion
I
check
was
as well,
falling
please.
asleep at the I was falling asleep at the movie theater, but religion?
Yeah.
To religion?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't
Yeah.
do religion?
All right. You definitely sense
we're
this is as is described, a messenger of a god, and a carrier of their will. This presents you with an opportunity, should you wish to take it, to bring yourselves into greater esteem with that deity. And that may come with all kinds of additional responsibilities and prizes, depending on how you choose to engage this offer. So what do you think?
I look over at literally the dog that we've just polymorphed stealth into this show. I'm like, what could make this day possibly worse? Oh, let's go communicate with a god. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna look at this creature and just go like, we're gonna do this now, like here, or we're going somewhere else.
No, it's an ongoing assignment. It's find people who could be in love and connect them. Makes sense, right?
Oh gosh.
I look down at the dog that I'm assuming is completely engrossed at what I assume
Yeah,
is still her
the dog is
boyfriend.
definitely watching Gwei here like a hawk. With a,
Oh, great man.
I'm gonna look at this creature and just go, all right, but I'm, not going to be actively trying all that hard, just so we're aware how this works.
you should be, but anyway, I'll just be here to keep tabs on you, make sure things are going well. And then with that, she gives a little wave, and her image shimmers as she vanishes from your sight. Rose shakes her head.
Pretty much. I'm like, God, it's a terrible idea.
So my question comes now to you, Chris. You have stated that Natas has departed the performance. Where is he going? What is his intent?
He's like probably going through some shit right now.
Yeah?
So he's probably just gonna like beeline it back to the inn,
Okay.
go
So
to
you're
his
gonna,
room, and
John Wick boost this shit?
destroy it into oblivion. Just
Okay,
break
so
everything
you're
on
going
the
back
inside.
to Lucy's hideout, where you've been staying, or to the tavern?
Or I'm gonna go to an inn because then I'll get fined and then I'll pay for it and I won't feel as bad. But I need things to break, and they're the easiest things to break. So it's like
Okay.
the bed is gonna get turned into pulp.
We,
all right,
we can do this. We can do this.
The chair would be indecipherable. I know I said I bought a bathtub. That thing is obliterated into oblivion. You can't even find the metal strap that puts it all together.
Does Natas leaving occur like the same time I'm dealing with my thing? Like, do I see him leaving? Is I'm
He-
like the only one
No,
not
he
like
left.
completely enamored with his performance?
You went up to the box. Natas didn't even enter the opera house proper. He didn't enter the performance room. He just turned around.
He completely bailed.
Yeah. So
Probably a lot of screaming,
okay.
like a lot.
Just
Rage-induced everything.
Right.
Can we circle back to the whole I bought a bathtub thing at some point? Because
Yeah, I asked to have a bathtub put in my room so I could bathe.
oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
You
It's just a
hear
wooden bucket.
You hear a knock outside your door, Natas, and a small voice that goes, "Bob."
I think he just goes back to breaking stuff.
Oh. And then shortly
It's-
after, you hear a voice that comes and says, are you all right in there?
I think he opens the door. And he's like, calm, collect. There's still shit falling down. He's like, everything's fine. I just misplaced something.
Oh my goodness, what have you done to my room? Shouts the dwarven innkeeper.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push him out and be like, come back later. All right. Closes the door and gets back to just breaking everything.
Right. So Natas is going apeshit banana monkeys. Shall I
Full
expect
postal.
that he will rejoin the crew once the opera set piece is concluded?
Could he like pulverize everything in this room before it's over?
Yes, possibly.
Yeah, he'll probably go back over there.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. In that case, we will come to the conclusion of the performance, at which point Guehir and Harmonious can come together for a well-celebrated bow, as there is great appreciation for the show that they've just put on by all. You can see Guehir amongst the crowd, not only your friends up in the box, but you recognize the face of your daughter amongst them, right near Vizier, who has become a new friend of yours, and that Dragonborn Paladin whom you told a bit to about things.
Can I make eye contact with my daughter? I'm just going to like smile and acknowledge her with like a nod.
Excellent. And she'll give a wave in your direction and a big grin. Harmonious will say, "All right, Guay here," as the illusion fades from behind you. Do you want to do autographs?
I actually have someone I need to talk to.
All right. I'll take on the whole crowd myself then, as she smiles and moves towards the front of it, and then with a bit of magic floats down to the front row and says, "All right, everybody, make a line." And the people start eagerly and enthusiastically lining up to prepare to get their own stamp of approval from the great performer. Guehir, where do you want to go now? As the figures of note are moving towards the front of the opera house, and your friends are, in a similar sense, moving where? Shael, Rose, where do you want to go now that the performance is concluded?
We're not waiting in line for autographs, right? Like we don't need those.
I mean, like Shael doesn't need it. It's her mother. She can get an autograph anytime.
Is there like a, I don't know, is there like a separate room we can wait for everyone in, or
You can
say
probably
hi separately?
You can probably go back to the main room, where it seems that mostly is empty, as the doors are now sort of opened up and people can properly exit once again. And we'll go with it this way: the dog will hop down from your lap, Shael, and give a which is in dog, as it were, and start trotting away down the stairs.
Okay, yep. Shia was just about to say to the dog, do you want to stay for a little while or do you have to go?
It'll kind of give
the dog is...
It'll give a... and just kind of look around and tap its paw and start to leave. But
it was nice seeing you, puppy. Take care now.
As you're starting to get up, go ahead, Jake.
Rose would make sure that the dog exits safely and remains a dog. And
a dog.
It might turn into something else.
Perfect. And so as they're exiting, Shael, your father, will say, "Shael, did you enjoy the show?"
Yes, of course. Anytime I get to see Mama perform, it's wonderful, and that was very nice to see Elder Greyhair also perform.
Your mother always puts on a good one, but I didn't know. Is that Elder your friend as well?
Yes.
She's truly an artisan. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yes, she is. She is very much an elder. I believe she is many centuries old. And she is also very nice. And her daughter is also here. So you
Fabulous.
would get the chance to
Sure,
meet them both.
let's
if-
get up and
if
go,
you'd
but
like.
before we do, you had a question for me. You asked about the port. I haven't been to the port for... I think I was last there 5 months ago. It was just... It was a diplomatic meet. I had to sign some paperwork for the realm.
So not recently. Let's say
No.
within the last month or so.
No, Dad did leave. He went riding looking for you, as I understood it. And he found you, and said you were all right. He was over there. He could have stopped by the port. Why?
I was just curious because that is when I left on my adventure, that is one of the first places we went, and the lady outside, the vendor, that is where I met her, and it
That's
just made me
nice.
think to ask if you had been. But that answers my question.
Right.
And she'll actually take a moment to like hug him so hard, like so hard that if she had any strength in her body at all, like you'd hear bones crack kind of
Oh.
hard. Like she just wraps her arms around him and hugs him for all she's worth.
What's this for, little one?
I can't really explain right now, but consider it an apology that I can't really explain right now. But it's my way of saying sorry for something. I'm going to go make sure my friends enjoyed the show. Also, I will wait for you out in the front hall.
Let's go together. Why don't we?
Yes, of course.
So he'll lead this way as well. Now, Gway here, you wanted to make your way around the crowd so as not to be harassed too much.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep a low profile best I can. I don't know if there were like a back way out into the main
There
hallway
is
or-
actually. There's a door that dumps out right here that is connected to the back.
Okay. I would have probably taken that route.
Perfect. So you can pop out here just as Marcus's daughter is saying, "Dad, I really want to get an autograph. Can I? Oh my gosh! Hi!" As she turns around to see you, Gway here. Can I get your autograph?
Sure. What's your name?
Gillian. It's like Jillian, but with a G.
All right, Jillian with the G. And I write an autograph for her, and I say, with all my love, Jillian with the G. And I hand it back to her.
Say, wow, thank you. Now can we go get Harmonious? Can we go get Harmonious? I says, all right. Natas, you've entered by this point and are seeing as he takes this girl by the hand and walks her towards the main opera house to stand in line for the signature of Harmonious Quicksilver. Immediately, Gway here, you are greeted by perhaps not the people you intended to have a conversation with, but people that want to have a conversation with you nonetheless. And
Hi.
Ina will say, "Hi, I wanted to discuss business with you and your allies before long. There's a military report that's of some quite concern, and I'm afraid we can't help some people, but I'll be outside. We'll discuss this once you're done with all of this."
Oh, yes. Of course, it's very important.
She'll step outside. Gervin now steps up to you and says, "So, you mentioned something about going to the 9 hells.
Yeah.
I need to do that."
You need to go to the 9 hells?
"That's right.
Why?
Business of the Order of Stamos."
Are you... Is all the other information, like, a secret? Can you tell me anything else?
Put simply, we are securing defense for this city. in a way which our god deems truest and rightest. But you said you had a way. You said you knew people.
I do. I have a way.
Is that one of them there? He points to Natas, who has entered.
Look, just because he has horns, you can't just assume that he knows how to get to hell.
I can and I have.
I mean, he does, but like, come on.
And then he walks away from you and says, "Hello, do you know how to get to the 9 hells?"
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you happen to know any people involved in the legal systems of the 9 hells? I require an arbitrator.
Yeah, and he's just gonna start rifling through something, and he's gonna have him like the equivalency of like his dad's business card.
Ah, perfect. This is exactly what I need. You have both been a grand help to me today. Now, that actual route to get there, does someone you know have a way through the Vale?
He's just gonna kind of look off into the direction of the tower, and just be like, "You know, you're gonna have to find that out yourself."
I will inquire back at the tavern. Perhaps some more of your allies will have a way for me. Excellent, thank you.
I was just gonna shout, like, "That's what they all say." Then get back to the rest of them.
And so Ira will make her way up to you, Gwei here, to give you a big hug. So,
Yeah, I definitely hug her back.
Hi, Mom. How
I
are
think Toss is re-messed up by all this and just goes to cry off in the corner.
Kira, it's been too long. I'm doing all right, all things considered. How are you?
Better. Better since, I did my trip. Better since I, set some things right with Dad. You know, his passing. Made sure his name's remembered amongst all the others that perish just like him. Trying to do the right thing in the wrong time.
You made it to the crater?
Yeah. But anyway, what have you been doing here? Why are you in the city? Why do you have a bunch of associates? Why are you talking to what seems like politicians? They're not your type.
No, not at all. But, you know, I don't know. Once you've seen it, once you've seen what I've seen, you can't unsee it, and inaction is the same as taking a stance. You know, there's something going wrong, and I'm not going to just stand aside. You know.
Now that's like
But,
you.
Yeah.
At this time,
Hey, let me see your. Oh wait, I want to ask her. Can I see your loot that I gave you?
oh, sure, here it is. As you're inspecting it for what purpose?
I had retrieved from my shop some like how do I describe this? Like, I am examining her instrument, and I'm checking it to see like how well she's kept it up, how well she's maintained it. And I've brought like some new like strings for it, and some things to kind of like polish it up and make it like look brand like good as new, basically.
It's in okay shape. Like, you can tell she's done what you've instructed her to do, but it's also slipped a bit. It's almost akin to how, after a visit to the dentist, one might do a great job brushing their teeth, but when you're about to go back, you suddenly find that all of that practice, all of that precision is gone away, and you don't do such a good job. That's how her loot looks. It looks like it was probably fine for 6 months. It's still fine now.
I don't say anything, but I just start like fixing it.
Fabulous. At this time, Benevolence Deathbinder will approach you and say, Gwei here, Valandrisel?
That's me.
I am Benevolence Deathbinder Jr. A pleasure. You co-performed with my wife, Harmonious.
Yes, she was quite harmonious.
Yes. That's her name. I see what you did there. Anyway, I just wanted to commend you on your performance, to say it is one of the best I've ever heard. I'll say it's the second best I've ever heard, compared only to my wife, who must be first for as she is my wife. After all, thank you for satisfying my taste this evening. And as I understand it, keeping a good eye on my daughter. Who, safe to say, I shan't let out of my sight again. What is that? You know that, right, Shael?
You'd be surprised what she can accomplish on her own.
Oh, really? I suppose I would be.
Elder has been very kind, and I have learned a lot by spending time with her and my other newfound friends.
Yes, your daughter is very skilled. A hero, even. She's saved countless lives. And
Wow.
as much as I'm not in favor of endangering the youth, but I must say, I think that without proper guidance, Shelly here is going to run off and endanger herself. You know, how many times has she run off like this before?
She's been a good girl, and it's my father and her mother's influence that have led her on this particular escapade, but I'm glad to see that there's an adult keeping an eye on her, and perhaps I might even let her continue to wander a bit, so long as that adult keeps eyes on her.
I was going to suggest the very thing.
Very good,
I'd
I'm
be
glad.
honored to help your daughter.
I'm
find
glad
her
there's
way in
someone
the
I can
world.
trust. Good. Alright. Fine then. Well,
Let's get us to talk over people.
I need to go and speak with the missus. So, Shael, take care.
I'll see you later, Papa. Tell
See you soon.
Mama that she was wonderful, as always.
Of course. He'll make his way towards the crowd.
Shael, has your father ever let you finish a sentence?
Sometimes, yes. But I'm sorry, you didn't mean to, but you kind of just lied, because once I leave the city, I will not be returning. So it's okay. You don't have to say you'll keep an eye on me, because once I leave here, I don't know where I'll go, but I will not be coming back. And unless Rosie's family is kind enough to adopt me, and she lives somewhere far away.
Do you want me to adopt you, Shelly?
That would be wonderful. But you also have a family of your own to take care of.
Like, you just hear Natas bashing his head into the wall, and he's just like, "Fuck you! Oh my god! Oh,
Oh my.
God's below. Oh,
I'm
save
so
me."
sorry, Natas. Poor Natas.
Wait, I'm missing something. Why is this traumatic for Natas?
The dog's
It
gonna
is
give
that-
a woof and tap its paw on the ground and start moving to depart.
Oh yeah, we should probably follow after.
It was gonna say, yeah, that dog's gonna turn back into a donkey in
A drider.
in a couple of minutes.
Oh, we should probably go outside. Shelly, just think about it. No rush. I leave it up to you.
That is it would be such an honor, but I would hate to inconvenience you in that way. Natas, was the performance that bad? Did it hurt your head?
I think Natas just has his head against the wall. He goes, "Phenomenal performance. Struck me to the core. Shattered my world. Remade it just to watch it all crumble again. It was beautiful."
I think Elder Natas is saying that your performance was very moving. it has moved him to tears, and I think that is meant to be a compliment.
Ira will sort of lean into you, Rose, and say, "Lots of drama around here, isn't there?"
I don't want to talk about it.
I'll take that as a yes.
Is the little fairy still around, or did she disappear? Is she gone?
Vamped.
She disappeared.
Okay.
She might still be
showed up
around.
and turned around,
Natasha, I see you moving towards the Opera House proper. Do you have intent?
Just looking into the room,
Huh.
eyeing up the big guy.
Uh-huh.
Occasionally, how old is she?
She looks to be pretty young, probably somewhere around 7. On a guess. And she runs excitedly up to Shael's mother, getting her autograph. As now the rest are going to be departing the space. Are you along?
Yeah.
Us?
Let's get the fuck out of here. This place sucks.
All right. And so to the opera concourse we go. Here where you all emerge. And as you do, the dog quickly rushes off and then kind of turns its head both ways and then gives a and then bamps instantly into the form of a half spider, half dark elf woman who looks around and goes,
Oh dear.
ah! And then that form shifts again to
Oh. Okay. Shael was
casting of
on the
magic.
ball with the invisibility ready to go.
Ah!
Okay. She was
Imagine you
about
just
to do it.
hear something, turns around, and it's like, oh, it's just a drider. It's like, what? It was a drider? Looks back around, it's a donkey. You're like, what just happened?
Ina's going to walk
Shael
up
was at the
to
ready.
say, you have
Yeah,
interesting
Rose
friends.
is like, yeah, you get used to that.
They're
And Rose continues moving in whatever direction she was.
they are all very interesting, and they are very nice to be around.
Ina is going to now address you all to say, friends, I have something to ask of you. You are powerful, and you are a small group. Means you can travel quickly. A wing of the Exaris offensive is spinning south, towards the area around Dalefen. We can't send military to combat them. Do you all think you could take horses, ride out, and meet this offensive, head it off? It shouldn't be large, it should just be a small group. They're probably looking to secure the location simply.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
How big of a wing are we referring to here?
Scouting reports estimate a mixture of 1 to 2 dozen humanoids and monsters.
I am
Forward
going
force, if
to
anything.
very, very slowly move next to the donkey. Ask it. You wouldn't happen to have more friends in the area, would you?
It shakes its head. Ee-aw.
That's okay.
With a bad donkey impression. It is clearly a humanoid voice.
Right. No, I appreciate the thought. I know why you're actually here, and I just kind of sort of look over at Gwei here and I go, well, I guess that'll have to wait for you too. Oh, that's such a shame.
As you hear a whisper in your ear that says, now's the best time, now's the best time, now's the best time.
Going to ignore that. I said, yeah, no, I'm aware. Believe me, I'm aware of what the best time is. I'm going to kind of sort of look over at our friend figure. This is the same lady from the other outpost?
This is the woman who negotiated with you at the Southern Blockade.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remembered the portrait. I didn't remember where she was from.
She is one of the top of the Empire. You'll say,
right,
whenever you can, if you need to leave in the morning, if you want to leave now, the choice is yours.
I kind of sort of look over at Gwei here, who just, rattled off a however long performance. I'm like, you're the one who's most tired, bud. It's up to you.
Gwei here. What do you think to Rose's offer of a long rest?
Are you tired? I can depart now.
If it means leaving the city, sooner the better. I just need a moment to stop home and get all of my belongings and shove them into some sort of box. And then I will be ready to go wherever everyone else is ready to go.
I can depart whenever is comfortable for everyone.
All right. So
But
shall we then
wait.
say take the period of a short rest to gather what you need and procure mounts and head out?
Sure. I'm assuming the donkey is coming with us. I'm like, can you keep up in that form, or
The donkey will give
question mark?
"Ee-ah!"
Yeah, we're gonna
Feels roughly
you gotta
appropriate.
practice that, because that
Affirmative.
sounds terrible. Like you got like a lozenge in your throat or something.
Ee-ah! Ee-ah! Ira's gonna say, Mom, should I come with you on this? Or I heard something about a cult here. I'm kind of interested in investigating it.
You are quite good at investigating cults, aren't you? Well, I guess that depends.
Hopefully I don't join one this time.
It's called being a double agent.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I told you.
I remember for once. Now I have to ask, Yenna here, did you learn anything else about the cult? Did you find a way to implicate Castgrove?
Castgrove, no. But Garrett, yes, Garrett is dead. She gestures at Natas and says, Natas claims to have been part of the team that killed him.
I mean,
So he has more answers than I. I just diverted.
When did this happen?
last night.
What? Can you tell me what happened?
We found a house that he was in. We broke in and we killed him.
Okay, what was he doing in the house?
Him specifically. What was he doing in the house?
What was going on? You know what I'm trying to ask you. What do you know about the cult conspiracy?
They're kind of just everywhere secretly.
Did you find any correspondence? Did you interrogate any prisoners? Did you learn any information, or did you just kill everyone?
I didn't even kill him. All right. If that makes you feel any better.
Did you hit him with your axe?
He healed himself since then. All right. He possesses great magics.
How many times did you hit him with your axe, Natas?
3.
That's surprisingly less than I was expecting.
Because he ran away.
I'm not going to warn him, but I really hope that doesn't bite us in the ass, because
Natas has some documents that were recovered.
Yeah, but they're double ups, right?
Hmm?
Didn't you say that one of the documents was the same thing that they already had?
That was just the assassin's note. The two which are new are the note from the Dark Altar and the transfer notes.
No.
There was a Dark Altar?
Mm-hmm.
Second stage is nearly complete. Tests in the provinces were successful. The prototype below is functioning well. The rising hour draws near. All hail. Wait, what prototype?
Wasn't there like a giant undead at one point?
There was. This
There was also
this
the
altar
almost Orcus god.
This altar was
spewed out?
in a room that was above a lower room, and that lower room had within it a very wide pool of blood.
And it's also kind of implied that either the person who did it or it was Garrett himself was the person who originally obtained the Staff of Orcus and gave it to the trolls. We found that person's cloak on an altar, right? Or we killed them, whatever that means. So
You found
like the person who is
My
pulling a
dog-
lot of
my dog is
strings
freaking out.
behind the scene, it seems like.
Let's take this opportunity to move to our break. Once the break is concluded, Natas can conclude the wrap-up of the recent occurrences, and then we can move to depart to the village of Dalefen. I'll see you all in 10 minutes. And we are back, everyone. Let's continue. Ben and Gwei here. Where we left off last, you had some rather particular questions about the last encounter which allies of yours had with the Cult of Orcus. Let me answer some of them for you, after which we will depart for the village of Dalefen. So what are the general questions which you had about this enterprise which was engaged in, and any context I can help you give on these notes?
I guess just, did they get any other leads besides this vague note?
No, it's pretty cryptic, everything we found.
Right. The context I can give is that the transfer notes document was within a storeroom within which there were approximately 5 crates remaining in. All of the crates which remained had various human viscera in them, body parts,
And
blood,
there was a
etc.
massive, and I mean massive, pool. Or there should have been a massive pool of blood. Like there's a container for a shit ton that was empty for the most part.
Oh.
Wait, where is this pool? What?
There was a subterranean level below the final cult room, which Garrett fled to before being killed on his way there, beneath which was a large chamber which was only somewhat filled with blood. That was where the Dark Altar note came from, which described what is written here. The second stage being nearly complete, tests in provinces successful, and the prototype below functioning well.
I mean, in theory,
the room below this one was where the pool of blood was the blood, the prototype.
Like in the blood or something's fucked up like that. Cool. So, I'll tell Ira to stay in the city and take the notes. And is the vizier coming with us?
No, she has duty to attend to here.
Can I ask the vizier to, like, take my daughter and, like, use her to help?
Sure,
With
they
the
can girl
investigation.
boss it together.
God, never say that again.
Never?
Uh,
Okay.
You can say it again, but
Girl boss.
never say it again. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so they can work on that while we go fight whatever.
Yeah.
Like a fireball some ghoulies.
So you guys are all going to take horseback and ride to Dalefen. Dalefen being where, for some of us present, the adventure first began.
Shayel can grab baby while she's there.
You come up upon a rural town. Farmlands are all surrounding it, as well as forests. A map which is shown to you, Gwahir and Natas, shows the various points of interest, which are seen here, which may be to those coming to the town. You will ride straight to the center. You are joined on your ride bot only by your donkey friend, but also by the Virgin Ambassador, whom was first met in Dalefen by Rose and Shayel. He is here, believe it or not, Rose, to, along with you, complete the farming contract with Dalefen. Are you shocked?
I am I'm sorry, what? Someone is actually in this empire pulled their head out of their ass and at a time of moderate crisis? What?
And so you eventually have come now to ride into the town center. Donkey in stride. And Virgin Ambassador will ride alongside you here, Rose, and to say, yes, as it happened, your protest was enough. This is, where have I his name? This is Ambassador Furley. That's his name. Ambassador Furley will say, your protest has done enough, and hopefully with the actions on your first visit to this village, farming production is back in order. So all we need is your signature, my signature, and the mayor's signature of the town, and we can get everything back rolling.
Obviously we're here for like far more important things, but we can do this very quickly. I forget the druid's name. Is he on board with this? Is he aware of the assignment? Has he been doing the assignment?
I don't know. I haven't been back to the town for the whole time you have. But once we're done here, you should be able to go home.
Right. Yeah, we'll work on that part. Yeah, sure. Rose pulls out whatever's left. Do we have an updated draft of the contract? Because mine kind of sort of looks at mine. It's kind of sort of shit. I start trying to mend it to make it.
He'll take a look at it and he'll
not
go,
as crumpled mess.
we were relying on this. I'll transpose it.
That's okay.
And he climbs off the horse as you've arrived at the town and starts making his way to the town hall. Outside of that town hall is a man familiar to some of you who starts walking directly towards your arriving group to say, well, I'll be damned. Look who it is. The Dalefenders.
Ah, God. Rose throws something at him.
That's your nickname?
Never
Dirk.
agreed upon it. Never agreed upon. I'm gonna throw something.
Yeah.
At Braylon as well.
Dirk thought we should have a name, and that was the name Dirk came up with. Shayla doesn't give two hoots about what you adults are doing. She's gonna yell for BB at the top of her lungs and go running off to look for him. She doesn't give a crap about you adults. She doesn't. She's there to get her dog.
Yeah. So
You adults can do adult things.
get down and we'll come to that. Natas and Gway here, this man will approach your horses and say, we can get these stabled. My name is Hester Tully. I'm sheriff of Dalefen. Pleased to meet you. Extends a hand.
Hello, Hester. I trust you've taken care of my new friends in the past, at least on the way you've been. And how much trouble were they?
Well, to be fair, our situation here was probably a bit more troublesome for them than was desired. They helped us out quite a lot. Is this ass of yours going to move along with the rest of the horses? Yee-aw!
It's got a mind of its own.
No, this is my emotional support ass.
So, all right then.
Yeah. Rose is gonna be like, yeah, I have good news for you, and gives him like the most like polite, semi-evil grin that she can muster.
So
What the fuck?
And Solani's gonna say, "Is it okay if I break my disguise here? I know this guy. I trust him."
Yeah.
We're in like a town, aren't we?
Oh,
There's,
actually,
like,
yeah,
people
Rose would be
everywhere.
like, oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And the donkey visage shifts away, and she says, "Hello."
Person.
And
person.
this person here is gonna go, "Ah! Oh." Yeah. And she'll say, "Hi," and Hester will say, "Hello there. What was it again? Basilon something?" She'll say, "Solani Basilon. It's good to see you again." And she'll turn to Uguay here and Natas and say, "This man and his folk helped us out when we really needed it. We holed up in this town when we were chased by our kin, the High Elves. They wanted to exterminate us like animals."
Oh, yeah. Heard about that.
Yeah, good job.
Nasty business.
Say no to genocide.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, that's what I like to do. Now, you know, my catchphrase, if it's genocide, it's probably bad.
Unless they're like really, really bad people.
Yeah, unless
They
it's
were.
like,
They deserved it. Shael drew a line in the sand. They deserved it. They crossed it.
So Shael, you hear and a as rushing out of the tavern comes a undead dog, its broken tongue still wagging out of its mouth as it runs up towards you. It gives a and just jumps into your arms, nearly knocking you over. As this man will jog up behind. Still, you can see a bit of a lump under his chest, likely where a permanent bandage of sort is placed. He'll say, "Whoa there, Barker! Slow down! Slow down!" As Barker Bones is simply salivating over seeing Shael again.
Yeah, she drops to her knees and just throws her arms around his neck and just hugs him for all he's worth. It is so good to finally see you again. I promised I'd come back, and I always keep my promises, and here I am. And I actually brought some new friends with me, who I'm glad for you to meet. And it's very nice to see you again. You look much better than the last time I saw you, and thank you so much for looking after my dog for me. I hope he wasn't too much trouble. We were gone longer than I really had planned on.
Oh, not at all.
But
He's
now we're
taken
back.
to patrolling the fields, keeping an eye out for giant rats and barking at them, as his name would suggest. They usually run off. He usually doesn't catch them. He caught one once. It was kind of a mess. I had to pick the viscera out of his unfleshed bones for quite a while, but he's all cleaned up now.
I'm sorry if he caused you any trouble. But
It's
thank
okay.
you for looking out for him and taking care of him. How are you feeling? I hope you are doing much better than the last time we saw each other.
Still no heartbeat, but I'm alive. Or at least I'm still walking. Eating doesn't really work, nor does drinking. Breathing isn't really a thing for me anymore, but I'm still walking around. Solani at this point goes, "Barker!" and picks up the little dog, lifting him high into the air, given the spider legs that are beneath her. And then Barker Bones gives a, "Ooh, ooh, ooh!" She's, "Oh, sorry." Puts him back down.
Um, I wish I knew how to do more for you, but I do not.
You've done plenty already. I'm not with my father, and that's a lot. Did you ever find anything about the culprits that were behind my undeath?
Did we?
Best I can remind you of is that
we've been dealing with a lot of cultists. I don't know if we ever
Yeah.
actually associated this stuff with them.
Best I can remind you was that where you first found Sam Larvin, this man, was bloodied, as his token would suggest, and laying upon a demonic sigil rune on an altar, where a brown-cloaked figure, traveling cloak of sorts, held the dagger which would remain embedded in his chest above him and stabbed him before vanishing.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. I feel like we've dealt with so many cult type activities. I don't know if we've tied any back directly
I will
to
say,
him and his father and what has happened.
if you have discussion with the group, you can relate at least the description of that brown traveling cloak, which was worn by the figure that animated him, to the description which Natas gave of the cloak which was found in the cultist lair.
You mean this cloak? Right here?
Sure thing.
Oh, did Natas take the cloak? Does he
We
have
never
it?
really said who took anything.
I think someone took it, but Natas certainly can have it.
I am the barbarian, so therefore I am the pack mule.
That's the cloak you wore to the opera.
I would not wear something so, well, beneath me. Such a place of color. Nonsense.
I feel as if we may be getting closer to an answer. Maybe not a way to fix your problem, but an answer, and maybe to punish the people who did this to you.
Here is the cloak. And yes, this appears similar to, in our very first session, the cloak worn by a mysterious figure that reanimated Sam Larvin. And
also murdered his father.
That's right.
Yeah.
At least that would seem to follow. And this cloak was, for Gwahir and Natas, worn by the individual which made the first deal with the trolls in the Valley of Rain. So you have this connection. But, as of now, there are pressing matters, things at hand. And Sam will say, all right, well, I imagine you're not here just to say hello. Do you want to take Barker with you, or shall I keep an eye on him while you resolve your business here?
I think we are about to go into a dangerous situation. It wouldn't be right to have Barker with us. I would be worried about his well-being. So if you wouldn't mind watching him for just a little bit longer.
He rushes over. Natas, this undead dog pounces on you.
Hello there.
That is BB, short for Barker Bones. He is my dog, and he is my best friend in the world.
Licks your face with a half-torn tongue that still sort of lopsidedly hangs.
Oh,
Yeah,
you shouldn't
put that
have.
thing away.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Buddy, oh, jeez.
Gets down and then runs over to Rose, gives a sniff and a lick on the armored boots.
We never did fix that tongue of yours, did we? Is it's still like half sideways?
Yes.
And cut off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And we'll saunter towards you, Gray, here, and give you a sniff and give a.
Yeah.
And then walks away from you.
Thank God. Don't touch me.
Yeah, I think I literally look over at Natas and go, I think he likes you because you guys are from the same neighborhood. And I look over at
You do realize that's not how it works, right?
Probably, but still. I look over at the good sheriff and just go, do you guys have any updated scouting reports?
Why, yes,
I point over at our writer friend. I go, that was not the good news, by the way, that I had for you.
Right. We do. We had a far-out rider report that there's something brewing in the north. Some kind of army of monsters.
Did they say how many?
No, just hundreds massing up there north of the city, I think.
Shit. They didn't tell us it was hundreds. They told us it was dozens. Welp. That'll be hilarious. We'll have to deal with that.
Hundreds could also be the main mass, which is headed towards the city versus the smaller group that is headed here.
Well, one problem at a time, I guess. We'll have to, do we have an updated... Did someone tell us more or less where this little, wing was scouting towards, or where it was supposed to be?
You would expect...
I think we have the most
relation to
up-to-date
Dalefen.
information.
You do, but you would expect them to be coming from the north. How you choose to hold them is up to you.
Just think we find the high ground, try to bait them in.
What's this? Fort ruins? Did you guys go there?
We did. There's not a whole lot there. And it's not exactly a strong point. It's really just rubble, if I remember correctly.
Well, we also cleared it out of all the baddies, so...
It is a high
Yeah.
point, though,
So
and
there's
it
that.
still has walls. There was only one that was truly collapsed, and it was on the southern side.
Yeah, it's not like an army wouldn't be... we wouldn't be able to hold it as, an army, but, yeah, it is high ground.
Well, too good of a position, they might just decide to cut and run. We got to give a little bit of ground to them to really get them in.
A nice choke point would be very, very helpful.
The sheriff would
because
suggest
two of us-
perhaps a split approach. We use the fort, and we put some people in it, and then some others on the ground as a bait.
I like being bait. How many men can you get, Sheriff?
I would only be taking volunteers, so maybe half a dozen.
Shit.
How about we
mean,
camp
be
out in
decent.
this open field just north of the ruins? Really obvious. You just make it look like we're on a leisurely travel. The easiest thing for a raiding party to just pillage through. And everyone else, stays in the...
I mean,
all the squishies stay
half
in
a
the
dozen-
cave.
yeah,
Or stay in
half
the
a dozen-
castle and then ride out when things start exploding.
Half a dozen archers on a wall wouldn't be the end of the world.
So the question I'll leave you with as your next step is, do you want to resolve business in the town, that in being entering the town hall and completing negotiations for Rose's contract, entering the tavern and catching up with old friends, or do you want to head straight for the old fort ruins and start setting your defense?
I mean, if we have that contract ready in an hour, Rose could wait an hour, but
Well, I suppose that the ambassador is
we did
transcribing
just
at this point.
yeah, we did just travel. I don't know how long on horseback.
I mean, can we just stop back in town once the job is done and do a little?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it that way. It's sort of this is
be
mostly an
maybe the
ordering question for you guys. It's, do you want to do more social now, or do you want to go right to the trouble?
I feel like
Oh,
we
I
had time to
think I-
socialize when there isn't a marauding band of pillaging
dealing with
marauders,
Problems.
Yeah.
pillagers.
Cultists,
Headed this way.
and monstrosities, if I remember correctly.
Nasties.
Not undead. I'm really good against undead now,
Not
Me
undead.
too.
I think.
Let me then bring us to our map for this set piece. And let's make sure we've got Solani here with us, as she is on the field. And I'm going to send us here with the resources that we have. The ambassador who arrived with you will not be joining you. Tully and some of his men will. Here we have the old fort. You start here, and you have these resources. This castle, filled with the remains of goblin tents, which were long ago defeated by two of the people here. And you would expect this northern direction to be where the foes would be coming from.
This was high ground too, as well, up here, right?
Yes, you have high ground here. You have high ground with the castle, and the two entrances of the castle are this rubbled break in the wall, which the heroes of the Vergent Origins made long ago, when this was a castle of the Exaris. And there is this main causeway which leads up to port.
You said this was rubble. This is like a fully competent fortification.
I remembered half of it being rubble because
there was a side of it. Yeah, there was a part of it that was.
That was the way you attacked, because you guys were attacking from the south, so you had much more of the rubble and the easy way in.
We're expecting them to come south, right?
From the north, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, from the north, attacking south.
Yeah, so I think we get like a small group of brave souls who like to get hit, or are willing to get hit. Set a nice little camp up here. All right, we set the stage, and then we have everybody else, in full total darkness. No lighting a cigarette, no making any glints of metal, no sudden movements. Being sneaky over here, and then the second things start going south, they jump out.
All right.
Good idea.
And then I also think if there's all these tents here, we pile them up over here to just create some fire hazards for who's ever coming up this.
Do we have any traps? Like, can we arrange for anything?
We got tents, dude. Those are weapons, bro. You could do anything with a tent.
I mean, you could stack a whole bunch of those tents on that back side and probably
like difficult terrain for like 20 feet. Really bog them up, and then just fireball. I can't. Someone can.
I can.
I can't fireball, but I can cone of cold.
It's just
I
bad.
can do the opposite of fireball.
All right, I don't have the same tent model, but I have a tent model that I can put down here as this pile up that you're suggesting, Chris.
Maybe we keep the breach in the back clear in case we need to run out that way.
Yeah. And I was also thinking,
unless
in theory,
unless these guys are like minion level, we're gonna actually be here while just blasting shit.
Yeah, because like this is in theory the Alamo, but if the walls are not too great, the Alamo can just be right here on this.
I can always throw down a wall of force.
Yeah.
Which, I could use to isolate their forces a little bit. Or trap them, potentially. Or plug a gap in the wall if we're suddenly surprised, I can use it. I guess I should honestly probably save.
Why don't you all start moving your tokens to where you would like to be for when things get exciting?
100% up on the... I just moved everyone, sorry. I'm going to be up on the wall here.
Here, hold on. I'm trying to update my thingy.
And do you want Sheriff Tully to be with the bait group? He's got 30 hit points and 18 AC.
And he falls down in pits a lot, so don't let him get near traps.
Yeah.
Because the poor guy has fallen down multiple pits.
I feel like
traps.
Whoever has to go down with me, it's like pulling straws. It's like a death sentence for a town guard.
Before we get into it,
I think the entire town guard should be here. I think the only person who has a reasonable chance of even making it out with the toss would be me.
Guys, before we get into it, I want to cast Aid on, I guess who's going to be down there with the toss. So I'm going to cast this on at 5th level, so they're going to get plus 20.
What? Plus 20 what now?
20 max HP.
Wow.
So it's gonna be Rose going down.
Yes.
So the
Wait,
sheriff's
going
gonna.
where?
W-
Going
the
down on
big-
the ground?
Yeah, going to be the bait group to kind of draw in the whatever's
They're
coming.
gonna have a cookout down there.
Yeah, I'm going to make a big bonfire.
So we've got Rose and we've got Natas down there. We've got Shael and we've got Gwei here, each taking a tower.
Is there a ladder, or is this we're literally booking it to?
This is the bad
I can carry
entry
you.
side. Oh, that's true. Natas can give you a lift.
How many hit points does Solani have?
About 100 something.
Maybe she should be down there, like, disguised.
As a donkey?
As a donkey again, yeah.
We could do that.
All fun and
she's the
games
detective,
until
she
like
can
an
just run up the
ogre
wall, right?
picks up said donkey and throws it at you, and it turns out to be a
that'd
friend.
be hilarious if I could ride Solani up the wall, or if both Natas and I we can use her and her wall climbing to get up the wall. That'd be hilarious.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
a pretty good
Actually
idea.
Genius. She actually carry both of us. I don't know what those carrying.
She? Yeah. Oh, she's strong.
Now,
Okay.
do we have anything that could potentially scout this force out before it gets here? Like, someone that could fly or turn into a bird or something stupid like that?
I mean, I can fly, but I'm not too fast. So, like in theory, something could outrun me
Now-
back here.
Unless
Is there-
Solani can transmutate into or polymorph into a hawk.
I don't polymorph.
I can
I just change
make
how I
one
look.
person invisible again.
Shit.
I can make someone
No,
invisible
invis-
again for a little bit.
Invisibility is only a minute, though, isn't it?
I don't. No, actually, I think it's longer than that, unless I have to break concentration.
I can do this.
I thought invisibility lasted longer.
Solani has clairvoyance.
Clairvoyant.
If you want to play with that.
Let me-
Interesting. So maybe Solani can set up a clairvoyance spell. And
Invisibility is concentration up to an hour.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she could do a forward clairvoyance if you wanted to do something like that.
It's only up to 10 minutes.
There's that.
It seems like it's not actually going to be useful because we have no idea how long these guys are going to take.
Yeah, I think we just gotta rip it. You know what I mean? Like a band-aid or a bandage, because band-aids aren't out yet.
Here, let me make sure I did this right. Did that work?
And if you want to use Shael's invisibility to give a glimpse, but that wouldn't be much in advance.
Yeah. Because like if they have anyone on a horse, I'm just gonna lead them back to us. Kind of ruins the whole ruse.
Well, the reason invisibility would be good, and I think we've done this before, if someone wanted to scout, like really go a little ways away without being seen, to see where they are and figure out how long it's going to be before the enemies get here, then invisibility might be good. Because then you could truly go scout. I think she's done that before, and we've had other people do it before.
I don't know. We got total of 24 creatures coming. That's what we were told. I think
Roughly.
we got some. We kind of know what these guys have done before, right? Like this is a force that kind of cut through the Empire, and the Vizier is kind of like tasked with like doing not the follow-up mission, but the follow-up mission.
If you like, sure.
To get rid of this force. So I feel like the Vizier would have somewhat of an idea of what we could handle. So I think we can just, or maybe she's trying to kill us, and then we find out, you know. But I think we got this, and I've been
Alright.
right so far. Whenever I've said that, so.
Are there any additional preparations you wish to make before we mark the arrival of the Xr's force?
I'm gonna cast Aid at 5th level on Natas, Solani, and Rose.
So
So they all get plus 20 max HP.
You know what? I can cast false life on myself as a ritual.
135 HP.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it.
Alright, yep, we'll do our once a day ritual false life using the unholy amulet, because that's a thing. And
Oh, I don't know if this actually worked last time. I hand Natas a stale ass Popeye's biscuit and tell him to eat it at the first sign of trouble.
or in case you get a little hungry, a little
Yeah.
rumbly in the tumbly.
Ready in action to eat the biscuit.
Okay, excellent.
And
That-
rage,
Good biscuit.
obviously.
Here, false life is just level 1.
You just roll a d4 plus 4.
Right. Okay, let's do a thing. It's not a lot, but
6.
6. You know, listen, for her sad little hit points. Oh, and I will do mage armor on myself to give me an AC of 14, which is really, really a big deal for her.
All right.
Cause you know, wizard things.
Yep.
All right,
And
6
the
temp
toss
hit
gets
points.
an obnoxious amount of wood for a fire. So that one, we can make a nice obvious. No, little fire, big fire.
I mean,
Okay.
Shael could just spam
a little
create
campfire kinda thing?
bonfire for you.
Yeah. Well, we don't need it. It's just we can theater mine, but it's just my.
I might have one. Let's see what I got.
All right,
I got
she can
something.
spam create bonfire if you want to save yourself the trouble.
There's your
Her
fire.
dex
How's that?
is not
Nice and big?
Lays out his bedroll. Just when it happens, it happens. Rose, kick me when it happens, okay?
Is he actually going to bed?
I mean, he's
All right.
laying down.
You are
Resting his
prepared.
eyes.
In which case, you soon hear the sound of rumbling as dozens of creatures approach you. First, you see 2 hulking behemoth-like monsters which rush over the ridge unto your vision. They have great, sharp horns and armored plates across their bodies. You can see the glint of sharp teeth in their mouth. Their color scheme, as is that of these lizards, which then scurry along the grass after it. It is of the desert. It is unlike those which you would see naturally here. Behind them, you see also a force of marauding orcs, which rush up, 2 of them holding axes above their head high, saying, "Vaji, Vaji, Vaji!" And lastly, you see a small group of what appears to be humans along to this side. And as I ask you all to please roll for me initiative, this individual fires an arrow towards your ramparts. Oh, there is one last figure I should introduce. A hooded man who stands at the back of the group.
Is it a brown hood? A brown thing?
No.
Never mind then. It's not Shael's goddamn family, is it? Let's get that out now. Like, is it one of her family members? The kid can only
Doesn't
take
look
so
like
much.
it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. I just feel like she's been through a lot lately. That's the last thing she needs.
Okay, we need Natassan initiative.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
Ugh.
Wow, we have got some really low. Look at that. We have got some really low rolls.
Your
Wow.
foes will act first, but before initiative fully starts, Shael, on the tower near you, an arrow lands, thud, slamming into this flag post. It has tied to it what appears to be a piece of paper, a note. Would you like to grab it and read it?
Yeah, sure. It's piqued her 15-year-old interest. Absolutely.
This note will self-destruct in 2 seconds.
The note
I
simply
like
reads,
you. Do you like me? Check yes or no.
The note simply reads, "Run or surrender. You don't need to die today." And you can see as you read it and look out that this woman is waving to you, having shot it towards you. And as the rest of this group rushes forwards, that group on the side moves much more tentatively and slowly. They have bows in hand, but they don't seem to be readying arrows. They don't seem to be making active offensive action. But these foes are, and they are up. And so now will they act. First, dashing forth into melee range of you, Rose, and Natas are the Armordons. Next, dashing forward are the Lizards, making a direct beeline towards the walls. And the Orcs are behind that, rushing forward to here. And we have, where are we? The Vaji Clan Warriors. And they have an aggressive feature, so they can actually close the distance with you folks. All right, and lastly, this man at the back is going to oversee from that position, which is, let's confirm this, 80 feet from those of you on the front lines. Let's see what in store he has for you. This will do. Before the arrival of his troops, and thus not affecting them, a beam of light, a bead rather, of fiery light flows out towards you, and I need both Natas and Rose, as well as Solani, to make dexterity saving throws. DC 14.
Oh no!
As you are affected by a fireball. Okay, 15. 15 is a save. You all save, so you take only 14 points of fire. And with that, the enemies have taken their turns. Shael, you act next. What are you going to do?
So reading this note, and seeing who shot it, well, she's got nothing if not great vocal cords. I think she's gonna cup her hands around her mouth and shout in this woman's direction. I'm not sure I really understand your note. You came here for a fight, and you're here to do bad things. So we would not run or surrender.
Says, run! Run while you can!
We can run. You're here to do bad things, and we are here to stop you.
Alright, that's what she's got to say. What are you going to do?
Not really sure why an enemy would be nice enough to be like, you can run, like, go do things. Does she have the range for what she wants to do? What's my range? 120 feet. I think the 15-year-old's got the reach, yeah?
Oh, you're going for her, okay.
Well, no, not her directly, but just that area in general. We're gonna do some kooky banana pants stuff.
Erupting Earth. Gotcha.
We're gonna do erupting Earth right at their feet. She's got 120 feet of range, so she's got that covered, and it's a 20-foot cube. And then here, as far as like did it already do the damage? How is it on 3d12? I got 9. Oh,
so
you
9 points.
Suck, rolled 20.
She is bloodied. This guy is bloodied. This guy saves, takes 4. And this guy saves, takes 4. Alright. And then as for this, they are in difficult terrain? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I think she's even gonna follow it up with an I'm sorry about that, but I'm not really sure if you're an enemy or not.
Okay.
And then she's actually gonna just like duck down. Now that they know where she is, she's gonna kind of like duck down and like crouch and kind of go this way, because she doesn't want them to like know that she's still in the area.
Alrighty, that's your turn, Shael. Rose, you're up, and you were surrounded.
Am I? Oh, that's a shame.
Absolutely.
Are you guys gonna jump on Solani and go up the wall? Or are you guys just gonna face tank this entire army?
A little bit of both.
I feel like Natas doesn't exactly run from combat.
Natas is like, I have 270 effective hit points.
I see a lot of bludgeoning and slashing damage, all right?
What you got, Rose?
I have the only spell in the family arsenal that actually works.
Yes, guidance.
No.
Ooh. Okay.
So
This is a nice
effectively, I'd like to make starting with kind of along the line, 20 feet, like down here, around Natas, around me, down to this guy, getting this guy, and if we have some room left over, maybe we, extend it out a little bit.
Alright, so we can do at least something like this.
Yeah.
And faced away from you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And
everyone who's in it should eat a whole bunch of damage almost right away.
Okay. Let's get a description here. Wall of fire. I'm just grabbing that real quick for us, just to make this simpler. Up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, yada yada yada. Okay, so it looks like...
I think this is the most optimal line. If we have to choose one line.
I think it is a line. That's what I was just trying to confirm. So you want to do this line, and that's going to get in a toss, right?
I think this line cuts off right at my ankle that I have. Unless I'm bullshitting, I don't know.
Stick it up.
I mean, I know it's close.
More.
You can say if it counts or not.
You can do it. You can do it. Actually, no. It's going to be either get this orc and Natas, or get neither. What do you want, Jake?
I would if I can't curve it specifically, if it has to be like a direct line,
yeah,
I would avoid Natas.
Okay.
So
you know
like if I have to focus on this here, that's fine. The goal was to kind of make it kind of a bow shaped around us.
Yeah, I don't think that's entirely possible here. Let me
a half circle.
Yeah, I can't get this into chat very easily. That's annoying. Yeah, it is a ringed wall or a line. So we've got this. So this is what we got. So we're rolling saves now. All right, moving on. The lizard, who is affected, is dex save 2, takes the full 21 points of damage. This lizard is dead, burned alive. We've got the Armordons, plural, who are affected. Dex saves, they're great at those. Well, actually, one of them is. Taking only 10 points. The other taking that full 21. And then we've got some orcs. And where are our other orcs? Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to move this now to the map layer. This orc is going to take the... What's your DC? 16? He saves. He takes 10. He's bloodied. This orc takes full damage. 21. And this orc up here takes full damage, and thus is Toastski. Good work, Jake. And we'll roll the other Vajiklan Blood Rager in. What the heck? He fails as well. 21. Boop. There we go. Alright. That's your turn. Quahir, you're up.
Cool. I am going to cast Dimension Door,
Okay.
and I am going to teleport right behind the cloaked figure in the back.
Okay. You got it.
I'm going to just like open, like I play a note and like just I can. It's like Portal. Like I just see his back and I just like step through and I just like tap on his shoulder.
Awesome. Move where you want to be.
And I say, "How are you doing today?"
You're gonna go, in shock. You can see this
Surprise,
man more
motherfucker.
clearly now. He is human and wears a hooded robe. That's the best I can give you a description of at this point.
Well, I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration because that's what bards do. They just buff themselves and never their friends.
Awesome.
Bards are the most inspired class ever.
True.
All the time.
All right.
Actually, I feel like that's kind of the barbarian, if we're not gonna lie. They're the one they're like, oh, they're just too dumb. They need it. It's like,
All right.
Barbarians aren't dumb, they're just angry.
they're like not good at any skill. So
Is
that
they're
your
like
turn, Ben?
+8.
Yeah, it is.
Natas is up.
Okay, alrighty then. I am
We're
going
in the mess.
to.
Yeah, that's good.
What kind of armor are these guys wearing? Are they just wearing like rags?
Yeah, it's pretty raggy, hide armor at best.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna do a great weapon master attack, not reckless.
Okay. Hit.
Oh, not reckless. 19. All right.
This Blood
So-
Rager is bloodied.
Plus my radiant damage, plus my rage.
Ooh, all right. He's not doing well at all.
All right, and then I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
That will finish this guy off. He gives a as he falls.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna make a regular attack. Can I go here without getting burned so I can hit this guy?
No. You would get burned if you step there. As he got burned.
If I go here, will I get an opportunity?
Yes.
All right. All right, he gets to live then. I'll hit his friend though.
All right,
'Cause-
bonk.
This is cool. It's this cute new axe you have.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna do a great weapon master attack just for shitsies. Ooh, oh.
That's a hit for 26 points. He's bloodied.
Yeah. And I have a brand new infernal great axe, smithed by a pit fiend in the hells. All right, doesn't get much better than that.
What is
Well,
my,
it-
is my
it could have been
family
better.
weaponry no longer good enough for this campaign?
Don't talk about it.
It was you know it's 2/3 of his possible strength.
Yeah.
But the negotiation with the party members didn't go well enough to get it at full strength, unfortunately. And Natas didn't want to bind his soul to a weapon, so
Yeah. Don't need any more problems.
got enough of them. Is that it?
Yeah, but that is my turn. Bonus act. Oh wait, what does my biscuit do?
You gotta munch it to
turns you into
see.
big.
Are you
turns-
going to eat it?
You gotta see it turns.
Yeah, I wanted to eat the biscuit when things happened.
You didn't yet,
Yep.
and so you will now. As you eat it, you grow in stature to now tower over these orcs. You are big, Natas. You roll an additional D4 damage on your hits.
Good to know.
All
And
right.
I end my turn.
Let's see what
Okay.
your friends have. The guards and the sheriff.
Poor
Well,
sheriff.
yeah, he's got a light crossbow. Thunk. 15! Pretty good. Let's say he's aimed at this orc here, and he takes him out. Blep. And then these guards who, they've got spears, so they're gonna throw some spears.
I really feel like the poor sheriff should
Specifically
have
said
stayed
we wanted
home.
people with longbows.
You didn't have people with longbows.
Yeah, we got like a
God.
bunch of like
Amateurs.
retired old men.
Yeah, these are these
They're
guys-
just brave. They're not good.
Yeah. I'm giving them
It's like
I'm giving them a straight roll instead of disadvantage because they have the high ground. Anakin. That's 5 and 6 and 14. They take out an orc. Hooray!
Yay!
Solani will act. She can do things. What things will she do? Well, you know what the heck she's gonna do? She's gonna jump on the boat. The cleric train. She's gonna say, "I can help too," as her donkey disguise fades away. And she's gonna get a radius of, was it 15 feet, Jake?
Yes.
Yes.
Spirit Guardians, baby.
The second most effective spell in the family arsenal.
Yeah, so she's gonna come to here. She's gonna get all the orcs and the armordons, which means they need to roll saves. It is whiz save,
Yeah, that's gonna be.
and it is whiz save. And one
Nice.
more for the warrior. Oh, the warrior crits.
Love that.
Get wrecked. He takes only 9,
He
and
still
he's
takes half
bloodied.
damage.
The Blood Rager takes the full 19. He is barely still alive. And these 2 Armordons take the full 19 points. Alrighty. That is her. As she casts the spell, spinning around her are what appear to be spectral manifestations of souls of lost elves that come to the battle. That is her. I don't know why she is there on 11 as well. That's confusing. She's not. Top of the initiative order is your foes. So, let's begin here. Where Gwei here, you have shown up right next to this man. Let's see what we got here. Okay. He's gonna spin around towards you, Gwei, here, and give you the cone of cold.
Cool. I'm
Con
going
save.
to counterspell him. What is kind of cool? The 5th level?
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know what level is it, Ben.
Well, Shael has it. I think it is 5th, 4th or 5th.
I think it's
Code of Cold is 5th. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a 5th level spell slot and counterspell that.
Which means there's going to be a Arcana check. Yep. Appearing from invisibility, not far away, is another mage who counterspells your counterspell.
Oh no. Oh, see,
Roll your con
invisibility.
Counterspell, the
See?
counterspell, the counterspell.
See?
I only have 1 counterspell.
Oh no.
Okay, you take the full
Well, everyone knows this is
33
why
points of
nobody plays
damage.
blue decks and fucking Magic the Gathering. I'm sorry, that's a condition.
Cool.
Oh wait, I'm gonna roll my inspiration on that. Fuck.
Okay. This mage is
Wait,
going
it was DC
to
14. Was it DC 14?
It was.
Oh, cool. Then I passed actually.
Cool. This Xaris mage is going to cast Cone of Cold on you.
Oh no.
Wow. From all the way
That's
over there.
rude.
14 save.
It's got a 60-foot. Yeah, it's got a big reach.
And just kind of clip me on the outside of it.
Yep. 29 points of cold damage.
That's
And,
nice.
We've got this guy who is going to say to you, Gelrazun's way is now the way of this world. You choose to oppose the storm, and you will fall to it. Make a religion check.
Oh boy, I'm really good at religion checks.
You've never heard of the name Gelrazun before.
Can you write that in chat though?
Yeah.
I heard Kel'Thuzan, that's his new name. Sorry.
Kel'Thuzan.
All right. That is that. And now we have the other fools. I presume it is the end of the turn when things like Firewall and Spirit Guardians affect.
Firewall goes up. If they are still in, if the two big, dumb, whatever the hell those things are still in the, are still in the wall when their turn ends, then yes, they take damage at the end of their turn.
He did not say Gildazun of the Storm. He simply referred to the storm as what is occurring. Though, if you'd like to attach that, that certainly may be fitting. All right. The Armordons are now in range and will attack with their bite. This is attack against Natas. Did you use reckless attack?
No.
Okay, straight roll. 22 to hit for 19.
Oh no.
And against Rose, this is a 11 to hit, which is a no, I presume. This orc is going to swing at you, recklessly striking, and that is a 12 to hit, Rose. Good roll, buddy. This guy is going to rush in to attack Solani with a... Where are we? Great Axe. 19. Hits exactly and does 14 to her. She gives it down!
I'm going to warding flare that, make him reroll.
He still hits. That feature's been very useful, hasn't it?
It has been, only because I know it annoys the hell out of you, and that's really why I use it.
It's all psyop.
It's literally the only reason why I use it is it annoys the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And it was also mostly to save Solani from the con save she has to make now.
Cool. Here, the lizards begin to climb the walls up towards you, Gael, rushing forwards. And this
I feel bad because they look like they're kind of
Whoops.
cute, you know? But like,
Oh, we're so
Yeah.
cute.
What are they?
So,
They're
so
snakes
cute.
with like chicken legs.
they almost look
Kill 'em.
like snakes and turtles
Or
combined.
demons.
These are giant lizards.
Aww. He looks
Weird
nice though.
freaking Komodo dragon things. Okay.
Yeah.
And lastly, on this initiative count, come these folks who are actually going to dash away from this situation.
They're in difficult terrain.
That's why they have to dash to just get to here. But you can see they're sort of taking knees and throwing their bows off to the side, and you can see what it appears to be from your point of view, Shael, unfolding bandages to apply to one another. And you're
Riley, you just committed a war crime. How do you feel about that?
Seriously weird. Like they're traveling with a bad group, but yet they're like, no, we're peaceful. I don't get
Maybe
it. The
they're not
15-year-old
with the
doesn't get
bad
it.
group.
make a perception check, Shael.
Maybe they're not, but I mean, guilt by association at the moment.
Well, maybe they're just
unfortunately,
trying to warn us before we get ran over by a bunch of monsters.
which is nice of them.
You see from a distance, on this woman that fired the arrow, your keen elven eyes spy elven ears on her. So she is kin to you.
Okay.
You just war crimed one of your elders?
Not
You
on
don't know if
purpose.
she's an elder. But you're up,
Not
Shael. What are
on
you going to do?
purpose. All right. Well, so she's got these big lizards climbing up the wall at her, and they're like really big. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Big
yeah.
lizards.
God damn it. All right. Well, Shael feels bad, and looks actually apologetic as she's about to maybe blast these poor things, who are probably just trying to really mind their own business. But here we go. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We've got other things we can do. Hang on. Let me do the thing with the damage and the stuff. Okay. There you go.
All right. So that is a halved amount of 19 points. 19 points is exactly their maximum hit points. They cannot survive. Both are
Get the
frozen
heck
into
out.
popsicles and die. The one that was climbing up the wall now rolls down and cracks apart a bit as it falls to the ground.
Aww. She was hoping to like get them, but also make just this a slippery surface, and maybe they'd slide back down. But
Oh, no,
that
they're
works
toast.
too.
And go
Aw.
peacefully on their way back to Candy Mountain. Oh, wow, Charlie.
Anything else,
And
Shael?
reflect on their poor choice of companions. You know what? I think in Elvish, she's gonna call out to these people. If you are kin, and I'm sorry I didn't know this sooner, you might want to hurry and seek protection inside the fort, where you'll be safe. Sorry about attacking you. I really thought you were bad people and that you were with other bad people.
Okay. That is.
And she's gonna duck back down again.
Cool. All right. They are currently gonna stay just there, and the woman who fired the arrow will say, "Soon, soon," in Elvish. Now we are rolling for Wall of Fire, right?
That's a lot of 8s. Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
That's a lot.
It's when they end their turn there, right?
That with a second they
When it
end
ends
their
its turn
turn,
there.
they all
Okay.
eat that damage.
That's
So
a lot.
that is the orc.
Imagine how sick it would be to be rolling that at the table. Oh, it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
right?
four, crap. 8,
Yep.
8, 8,
Aw.
Yep.
8. It's like, oh.
And they have 1d8, and you have to roll them
Actually,
sequentially.
this would not only set a new family record, it would fucking shatter the new family record. They're like, this is. I
So
don't
that is
think I think the
17.
number of times I broke 20 on Roll of Fire were on single digits.
So bloodied and bloodied, as these two Armordons are looking weakened. Alrighty. That's your turn, Shael, and now we are to Rose. What do you got?
Can't actually concentrate on anything. This is interesting. Breaking that out feels like that would be bad.
What you got?
Which one? The big this one here, the one next to me.
Yeah,
Is he like worse off than his buddy over here?
definitely.
Oh. Okay. Going to try. I'll also do that and maybe kill both of them. Yeah, let's try that. Is the big lizard within 30 feet of me at the bottom?
This guy?
No,
Oh.
he's too far. Yeah, he's too far.
Right. 40.
He's too far. That's okay. I'm not going to try and provoke that. Since I don't use this very often, and I should use it more, I'm going to ask the two big guys, as much as I think this is a terrible idea, for a couple of con saves.
Both of them.
Yes. I denote Natas, and yeah, that's what I figured. So they only take half of that, but I figured it was the most effective thing I could do damage-wise.
All right, meaning they take 9, which is exactly the amount of damage needed to kill the one on the right, as it burns in radiant fire.
Nice.
Alrighty. That's your turn then, Rose?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I don't think this is effective, but I don't need to concentrate on it, so I might as well. As a bonus action, I will break out the spiritual weapon and I will try to bonk him on the head.
Do it.
Because if I can kill him, which is a big freaking if.
And that's on the Armordon here as well?
That's on, yeah, we'll put it next to him there.
16
Ooh,
is a
that's
miss.
nice.
It's okay.
I like that because it's a channel divinity, you can still use spiritual weapon in the same round.
Natas, time to whack.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I think you skipped me by accident.
I accidentally did. I don't know how that happened. Gway here. You are in the middle of getting iced. What you got?
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Wall of Force,
Okay.
and I'm going to do the... Oh, why is this green? It's not a color that's useful.
It seems to be blue to me.
That was it? Oh, you know what? I have a freaking... My flux just turned on, that's why it looks like that. Alright. So, box 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Ha!
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Okay.
is where my wall of force is going.
So you're making 2
I wanna-
boxes with him and you inside of it.
Yeah, but first I want to bardic
Segregated,
inspiration
right.
myself first,
Okay.
and then I want to cast a wall of force and basically just encase myself in a wall of force and encase him in a wall of force right next to me.
Okay. The Exaris researcher nearby is going to attempt to counterspell that.
This guy?
Yep.
He already counterspelled this round. He
Uh,
counterspelled on initiative 15.
Right.
He counterspelled my counterspell, so he
Right.
doesn't have another reaction.
This guy has counterspell.
Yes, and I'm going to counterspell his counterspell.
Right, so he's gonna try and counterspell. He's gonna roll his Arcana check, and then you want to drop your counterspell in his.
Yes.
Okie dokie. You can do that. No roll needed. You block his counterspell.
He rolls it at level 3.
Yep.
Oh, sick. Cool. Alright, so You're not
Time
going
out.
anywhere, bud.
He'll put
We're
his
gonna
hands
sit
in the
here.
walls around him and give you a grimace. Alrighty, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Now it's chop time. Atas.
Okay. How far away is this person? Dang it. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit this guy in front of me. Looks like we've done enough damage to where I can afford to do some reckless. So, reckless. Great weapon. Master. Yeah, screw it.
That is a 10.
Reckless. Oh!
That is
that
a 10.
sucks. I'm gonna roll with advantage, and I'm just gonna do probably a regular attack. Reckless.
Well, that will hit.
Yeah. And then I'll do my rage
I
damage.
mean, I think you may. Oh, that's a great weapon. That's right. Yep.
And an additional 11 damage.
All right. It is still standing.
Plus a D4.
Plus a D4. Plus, yeah.
From being big. It is
3.
still standing.
Damn it.
Anything I'm not adding? No, I think I'm adding everything. All right. The little rascal gets to live. I will, however, totally. I will run like this and incur however much damage that allots me. So I'm running through the wall of force.
Wall of fire, that is.
Yeah, wall of fire. So
Wait,
that's-
and the top sprout wings?
Yes.
Can you
Then I
fly
gotta-
out of it?
Then I gotta fly over it. How tall is a wall of force?
Roll
Or
wall
fire?
of fire, Jake. 20 feet tall.
Wow. Yeah.
Roll a wall of fire against a toss, please, Jake. Dex save
jeez.
for Natas.
You're actually
The sheriff
rolling
is
well
up.
tonight.
About bang average.
Oh my god, look at the crit for the sheriff.
Guards are going to prepare for the arrival of this
Didn't
lizard.
think he had it in him.
And Solani is up. Spirit Guardians has already been doing work. This Armordon is about to start its turn in it. So she's just going to reposition a little bit. And what's she got here? She's got... she has a bow. She will shoot a bow.
Will be the Spirit Guardian's damage goes first at the start of the turn, in theory.
In theory, it's the start of the enemy turn. But she's going to shoot the bow with this guy. And thunk again. Yeah, that's going to do it. Down goes the lizard. Falls over, and the guards give a hooray! That is NPCs. And these folks over here are going to kind of move along the ridge, moving carefully as they can to try and stay out of this fight, if they can. And your foes are up, which is the Armordon that cannot survive the Spirit Guardians and dies. It has 1 hit point. Now it's just the mages in play. And we have this one who is looking towards Unitas. And that's going to be what? What has she got? You know what she can do? She can actually get Rose as well. She's going to step over to here, and within a radius of 20 feet. Will that get Rose? Let's see. Not quite.
It should.
She'll just get Rose and Solani. She won't get Natas. Ice Storm. That is a saving throw for Solani and for Rose. Dexterity.
Hmm.
Okay, Solani takes the full 28. Rose, you take half. Keeps 28. No, she loses spirit card.
I think half of what is it? Half of
28. Okay, so she's up and she casts the Ice Storm. Then she's going to move back to here, and Taurus is going to cast Misty Step.
Outer spell.
Can you from within the box?
Yeah. It
And
doesn't blocks. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I'm not shooting a projectile or anything.
Okay, and can you do so? Have you not expended your reaction already?
No, because it's the top of the round, isn't it? Right
Okay,
now.
so you counterspell his Misty Step, and he gives you a look of, this is something that will be regretted by you.
I don't think so, bud.
He
Does
takes-
do reactions recycle on your turn or at the top of the round? I don't remember.
on your turn?
Then I wouldn't have a
So he can step outside then.
reaction.
yeah.
As you try
Okay.
and cast that, he will recite to you nonetheless the same of, you will regret your actions this day. And he is going to then... he's going to call out and say, Asha! The defense here is strong. Yorazun will not take it this day. We return to the army. And he's going to start moving. He's going to take a movement and a dash action. He is now 40 feet off map.
Cool. I'm gonna drop concentration on Wall of Force.
Shael, you're up. How would you like to contribute?
So the people who just rolled up with all these crazy critters and kind of attacked are now saying they're gonna leave because we're too tough for them?
Yes.
Wow.
Cowards.
You basically, if the 15-year-old thinks you're a coward, that's bad. Yeah.
He is presently 140 from you, Shael, if you care.
Yeah, her farthest.
Oh no, he's further than that.
spell
He's
is-
180.
Yeah, her farthest spell is 120, and she can't easily get down from where she is.
Yeah, so the only enemies left are him, who's off map, and then this caster who's over here.
What you call it? From where can she? No, you know what? I don't even think she could do a Wither and Bloom where Natas is to try and give Natas some healing like she's done before. I think Natas is too far from her.
Could heal Solani a bit. She's took some damage.
Did she?
Yeah, she's down about 40 hit points.
Alright, it's not gonna give her much, but Wither and Bloom is 60 feet. What am I feel like everybody's too far away from me. Even that I can't do.
You can move along the wall. You can take 30 feet, and then you should be good. Yep, you could.
Oh, all right. Yeah, here. I'll worry about that. And then yeah, there's no baddies to hurt, but at least she can
Nope.
heal a little bit. All right.
Rose, what are
I'll
you
do a
up to?
thing while you do a thing. Oh, I closed my character sheet.
Rose, what you got?
Rose is going to drop concentration on Wall of Fire. So that can go away. And Rose is going to run forward 30 feet. I think gets me to there. In theory, my spiritual weapon will move up 20 feet, although I won't be able to do anything with it. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Did either of the two casters take damage that I was aware of?
No, but this guy on the top right is off map by 40 feet.
I don't care about that. He's well within range.
Ah! Okay, what you got?
Yeah, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. The question is that how big do I want this to be? How big do I want this to be?
What are you casting?
The worst spell in the game. At 4th level.
What you got? Okay, so
What, guiding bolt?
Natas, you can take back 2 hit die, is that right? Stu?
Let's see. Roll one of its unspent hit die, regain 100 hit points equal to the roll, plus, well, I only did level 2. Plus my spell casting ability modifier, which is...
The guy you just cast Guiding Bolt at, Jake, he casts Shield, and the spell does not hit.
Aw, jerk.
Back to almost full.
Okay. That's Rose. Go here, you're up. What you got?
I'm gonna run 30 feet and I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna hit the guy on the right with a. I'm gonna hit him with a hypnotic pattern.
Ooh, okay. You're moving 30 feet. You should still be within range of the other Exaris caster who's going to cast a counterspell.
I'm gonna hit him with that. Oh, fucking God. I hate these guys. 4th level counterspell on my counterspell.
You're going to cast counterspell? Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my 2 remaining 4th level spell slots for a counterspell.
Okay, so you do get the hypnotic pattern through.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he has to roll a whiz save.
14.
That's a fail. My DC is 17.
Fail. All right. He is hypnotized. Good
Cool.
stuff. Alrighty.
Concentrating on that.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Bonus action. I will probably throw a bardic inspiration on Natas.
Okay.
If I'm in range for that. I think I am.
Nice.
And Natas is up.
Alright. Whoa. Oh, can I get 5 feet, Jake Henry? Just an extra 5.
Athletics check. Roll it.
Ooh.
He is also very large.
Oh, I think,
This is
yeah.
technically
Yeah.
No reaction for shield next to barbarian. Reckless, great weapon master.
Hit.
16, nice.
Bloodied. Hit. Dead.
Oh.
Natas, have you ever taken a prisoner in your life?
You.
No.
You've
We
just
have
taken
one right
body
over
parts prisoner.
We have the good one over there. And this person nearly killed you, so you know.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not mad.
It's just like a.
So, Ben, your character's off map, so Solani's gonna dash, and you're off map by 10 feet.
Yeah, we have a
40.
minute here.
You're in range. All right, mass healing word. Solani says, "Are you okay, Gway here?"
I'll be okay.
And that's 7 healing to Grey here, to Natas, to Rose, and to herself.
I actually can only receive 2.
Okay.
I'm up back to full.
All right, and the Dalefen guards on the wall are just going to sort of cheer on at this point. There's not much they can do. I think with the crossbow, Tully has disadvantage. He can roll against this guy who's still hypnotized, unless we don't want it.
2 crits for him?
No.
Even a disadvantage.
We don't want to break the pattern? He's not going to know that. Is breaking the pattern a problem that you would want to call out not to do, Gway here?
Yeah, wait. Why are people shooting at? Who's shooting at him?
This guy.
Is this guy even in range?
At 300 feet. Crossbow, disadvantage.
Hold your fire, you asshole. I mean, he can roll another. He can roll another save, right? I mean,
Yeah. You're gonna call hold your fire. You kind of don't know until he's shooting there. Okay, so he's gonna roll the save. He succeeds to save.
I'm gonna use cutting words on that.
It's a crit.
No, that's
Still
not a crit
ends
word.
for an effective
23.
creature that takes any damage.
Piece of shit.
That's as they say, how it rolls. He's up. He's out of the hypnotic pattern. He's gonna cast invisibility on himself.
Counter spell.
You have counter spell?
One fucking counter
Do you
spell
have a
left.
reaction?
Do I have a
No.
reaction?
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't
It's
think
on
I
your
do.
turn. You're casted counter spell.
All right.
He becomes invisible. He flees. And with that, we are out of initiative.
Can I throw a fireball in the direction that I think he went?
Sure.
Or maybe another hypnotic pattern?
Wait, here's a question. Even if you cast invisibility on yourself, when you run in the grass, or let's say it's mud or dirt, do you still leave footprints?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't know if you could
he's
check the
moving 30.
terrain.
You're using a fireball that you're trying to get on his location or a hypnotic pattern. What's your choice?
If you happen to notice where his footsteps went, his footprint.
Roll roll Arcana, and that's going to be your roll to see if you can get him.
Arcana? Okay.
Okay. Roll the spell.
Let me do hypnotic pattern.
He's going to
DC
roll the
17.
save. You hit him. He rolls a 24 again.
Oh my
These
god.
kids, what
He
are we
saves and he
doing?
keeps running. All right.
Wow.
And with that, we are fully and properly out of initiative. The enemy commander has escaped. You have felled your foes, and there are 3 who are along to probably not surrender, but at least to talk.
Yeah. Once everything's whatever, Shia will make her way down from up here and go out and like actually greet them properly. Because I mean, mind you, she might trust them because they're also elves, but the others might still want like blood sport, and she doesn't know if they
what you
be
can
safe.
see immediately is that most of these people have what are desert garb that they're wearing. It's been thinned out a bit so as they're not completely ruined in this colder climate. But this woman will step up to you now to say, "Thank you for not blowing us away. My name's Asha. Can I ask yours?"
Yes, of course. And I am so very sorry. I thought you were enemies coming to fight us with those other people and creatures that came to fight us.
In a sense, we are, but we're part of the revolution that didn't want it to be violent. This all started when a friend of mine, Rastin, he organized the exiles of the Badlands and the clans to break through into Cadlia, into the Virgin Empire, but we only wanted to claim the northern province. We just wanted to establish a land that wasn't desolate for us to live in. But we were co-opted by the Exaris remnant, mages, and most of them serve this new god, Gelrazun, chained god of the desert, god of survival and natural domination, evolution, if you like. They're here to uproot the empire in its whole, and they don't care who falls in their path to do it. Best I can do is inform you, but will you let us walk? Will you let us return?
Okay, well, I don't know. A lot of that sounds really bad, if I'm being honest with you.
It is.
Kinfolk to kinfolk. A lot of that sounds really, really bad. I will not do anything to harm you at all. I can't say the same for the people I'm with, though. So
Understand
maybe
that
now is a good time.
Yeah.
You should go. You should go far, far away. And you should probably go. I don't know if they. I just don't know. I can't
thank you.
promise that you wouldn't be killed.
She will thank you again to say, know that we don't leave with want to hurt further. In fact, our best intent is to take care of those exiled people, criminals as they were to the Empire, who are amongst this horde, and try and protect them, try and protect the people of the northern provinces that we've already taken over. We're just trying to limit the harm. I'm glad that you've pushed this force away, and I hope that when it arrives at Virgin City, most of the people have left by then.
Well, I'm pretty sure the people of Virgin City aren't just going to leave, because that's their home, and they're going to fight for their home.
Then take word to them. Tell them that they have to go. They can't stop this storm. What you saw here was just a small amount of it. There's worse monsters that have come out of the depths of the Badlands that are joining the horde now. Please take word. And with that, she's going to leave.
All right, I will. I'll do my best to let them know. And she's gonna like double time it, like over to where everybody is, and do her best to convey what she was just told.
Way here, as you are stewing in the failure of capturing your enemy, Solani rushes up behind you, says, "Quay here, are you all right?"
Yeah. Physically, no. Emotionally, no.
You're not all right. And she picks you up and sort of tries to princess carry you away from there.
I just look so sad. I'm just like on her shoulder, and I'm just like,
Is the elder pouting? Really? Like.
and Rose, in your ear, you hear a voice says, "Hey, you see it? You see it? You see it? Keep it excited. Keep it flowing."
Not now. I'm
look, she's
in
carrying
the middle
her.
of something. That's adorable. I'm focused on a ritual that I'm preparing. I am not paying attention.
And
to
Natas, you watch as a small fairy
shoulder
breaks some form of invisibility right over Rose's shoulder, and then just slaps Rose on the cheek. Says, "You've got a job to do. Do your job."
I am doing my job, and I start lighting incense next to the body I'm standing over.
Flutters her wings. She's not too happy with that, and she blinks away into invisibility once again.
Rose, I got a lot of questions.
What's with the pixie?
But I don't really even
Yeah,
care
you
for
and
answers.
me-
So I'm just gonna let you do your thing.
And me both.
Rose, you hear in your ear,
And I
"You need to get your
cast-
priorities straight, or I'll have Flitter take all your gold."
You do not want that problem, my friend. I'll tell you right now.
Rose is legitimately debating starting a holy war, literally right now. Like almost legitimately, I will murder you right now, you insolent little. I cast Speak with Dead on the corpse.
All right. What are your questions?
First question: who is the hooded man that just ran away?
The corpse responds, says, "Tora Savar, the Watcher."
Write that down.
Now, who do you and Taurus work for?
We serve Gelrazun, the chained god.
Who is Gelrazun, the chained god?
God of the desert, god of the Badlands. He who will be the mightiest god of this land. God who was chained by Aniva and her pantheon.
I turn over to the mystical invisibility thing. Yeah, Vina would be really helpful right now. Look over at Natas. Do you have anything here?
Not a clue.
Okay.
What are you
How many
doing?
forces do you have? Yeah, how many forces do you have in and around the city?
Numbers reaching 1,000 coming. Virgin City will fall.
Okay. See about that too. What is how do you bring back Kel'Thuzad?
Gelrazun
Or
will
better yet, how do you
rise.
unchain
Gelrazun's
how do you unchain
chains
him?
will break as his dominion over Cadlia is cemented. As anarchy and chaos fall over this would-be empire, as it breaks, he will rise.
Okay. I'm sort of like penning all of that down as the fifth question. The spell kind of sort of fades. I just go, right? Questions for people who make more money than me to answer. Back to the ambassador. He's going to sign some shit for me. Hopefully give me some good questions. And then I look over at Solani and Goy here. I'm like, you two go spend some quality time with yourselves. And I continue just focused on whatever it is I was doing previously before I was rudely interrupted.
Solani's gonna
I was
carry
like, well,
you.
I guess I'll just fuck off then. Jeez, no one's talking to me today.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Natas is stewing, it seems. And I think I would ask
I think
all,
Natas did very well.
if you have any other questions or any other facts that you would like to resolve on this battlefield today, before we bring in our session to what is time for a close.
Not sure if now is the best time for the 15-year-old to convey what the desert elvenkin just shared with her about things. Because part of her feels like she should, and part of her feels that Rose and everybody will be really mad and start swearing a lot. And it's like, don't kill the messenger kind of thing that she feels is important.
Well, to be clear, the only hostile action that was taken was by you. Correct?
Are you talking about the 15-year-old or you're talking to Rose?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people's where'd they go? The side group.
They the ones that Shia let get away. Those folk.
Yeah.
So don't be mad. But I just made acquaintances with some elvenkin from the desert, and they said that they have already taken control of somewhere in the north, and they have a big army, and they're going to march on my home, and that we should go there and tell everyone to evacuate because they will not survive if they don't evacuate the city, because there's a very big army coming, and they want to claim the land for themselves. So I suppose we should go back to the city and spread the word that there's a very big army coming and that everyone will be killed if they don't leave.
So,
Okay.
that path lies before you. Rose can return to Dalefen and complete that contract. Finished, signed in writing, the farming deal between the realm and the Virgin Empire is finally secure, and your purpose here is completed. Natas, you
Hallelujah.
return
I can go home.
along with the group to Dalefen. I don't know if there's anything here of interest to you. Shael, you have this request that has been made of you by some of your kin to return to Virgin City. And Gwei here, you are being carried back to the Dalefen Tavern, presumably for you all to rest for the night, by Solani. She is, as of that incident, not going to lean romantic unless you push the issue. Wait here, would you?
Would I what? Sorry.
Solani is carrying you back to the Dalefen Inn for a rest. She will not push things to a romantic direction unless you do.
Too sleepy.
Perfect.
Liz,
And
right
Still
so-
now.
pouting. Still
Perfect.
pouting a little bit.
I'm not pouting. I'm just sad. Like wanted to catch that guy. But
that
fate
sounds
would not
like
have
pouting to me. And
Fair.
one thing I will leave you with, Ben, is that after letting you down, Solani will freeze for a moment, her eyes glowing white as they have upon occasion when something is occurring to her. They glow. She stops all that she's doing. Then she turns away for a moment and looks towards Yugwe here with some amount of confusion. Says, I just got a message. That doesn't usually happen. Spoke in my mind like a command. Somebody claims to be, but that can't be because she's gone. She abandoned us. Says that there's a new age for my people. Claims to be Lothira, the goddess and claimant of the Dark Elves. But that can't be. I don't know if this changes anything. I'm just gonna keep traveling with you, okay?
That's all I can ask for.
Right. So, now comes my final question of our session, as that detail has been revealed. Do paths break here at all, or are you all returning to Virgin City?
I think we're all going back to Virgin City.
I'm going back.
Yeah.
Alright.
The 15-year-old is going to. I don't know how quickly she can get there, but I feel like she's going to do her best, like Paul Revere, and just like, ride back to the city while yelling like the Badlands are coming, the Badlands are coming, or whatever the F they are.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I would ask, are you taking so we're gonna sort of do a little bit of upkeep for your return to the city. You may be arriving in a staggered fashion. Any who wish to take a full rest, Rose who wish to resolve contracts. But Natas and Shael probably have nothing needed there and can go right back. For Shael, are you bringing the news that you bear mostly to civilians and literally just sort of shouting it through the streets and trying to convince them to leave their homes? Or are you going primarily to the politicians to try and get that to be a legislative announcement?
Let's put it this way. She knows that her alone isn't going to mean a goddamn thing. They're not going to listen to a kid. They will, however, listen to her very famous mother, her politically aligned father and grandfather. So whichever one of them she finds first, she tells them what's going on, asks them to do what they got to do, and then she finds the other, and then the other, and whatever else she has to do from there. But first things first, she finds her family and tells them, and then let's in a way let the adults handle adult shit.
Okay, so that is excellent. That's what I needed. Your angle is to work through your family to get this.
Yep, and then whatever she can do from there, but she's got to start there.
And lastly, Natas, are you going to attempt to find your siblings and inform them of the meeting which you had, or not?
I don't know. I think he's like conflicted. Maybe he's gonna talk that over with Marjorie.
Sounds like
Next
a plan.
time.
All right. With that, folks, we come to the close of our session. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you at the next one.